Let's get ready to rumble!
Benzinga Nation, jam-packed show today. Peloton up 5%.
What's up, disciplined investor?
We got Benzinga CEO Jason Raznick here with us.
The man, the myth, the legend, Tom Nash.
Peter Schiff on the Power Hour with us live today.
Interesting, different, unique, innovative companies.
Mia, you are live with us on the Power Hour. What's up?
Thank you so much for inviting me on.
Jessica Billingsley, that is the CEO of Akerna.
The best trade idea resource out there.
Hello, hello. Oh, I got, well, look, Drew Levine, what are you doing here?
I don't know. I was told to show up, so I showed up.
Really?
Really?
All right. Well, okay. Well, I was at the dentist today, but our graphics, where's our Power Hour graph? What is going on here? Our graphics are not the Power Hour stuff.
I'm uploaded, don't worry.
I have this thing on my lip. I was at the dentist because I lost my mouth guard when I was in Puerto Rico. And I see the thing still on my lip there. I got to get that fixed, but I don't know what's going on with our graphics. Now, the SPAC attack is still on, so I don't know when they're going to transfer over because we're here right now. So Power Hour is we're starting. So, all right. Are you trading these days, Drew?
I'm trying to take a more slow approach to the market. I check some stuff on the daily, but I'm not making trades every day. No.
So what recent trades though?
Nothing too big. I mean, I like Bridgetown. I have a position in there. They're up pretty big today in my account. Grow Generation also up pretty big in my account.
Wait, what is Grow Generation up again this week?
Yeah, they're up 10% today.
Ah, they are. Yeah, so Grow Generation. I wish producer AB can get the stuff going, but I'd like to put a chart up of Grow Generation and get the symbol on the screen right now. And I don't see it up, but Grow Generation is one of the few cannabis plays that doesn't touch the plant. So therefore, it's able to go out there and take advantage of the growth of cannabis everywhere. And, it's the facilities, it's the water, it's the planting, and the stock is truly taken off. Truly, like just so now we're looking at a 1 day. Can you give me what's the symbol on Grow?
It's Grow G. Let me throw the ticker up there real quick.
In Benzinga Pro, if they just make the symbol bigger, we'd all be able to see it here anyways. But now, did they transfer people over from the SPAC attack show? Did they transfer? Is that okay? You have to hit the button. I see. All right. If you're on SPAC attack, you got to hit the button to come over to us. We should. They should be okay here.
They should be coming in momentarily.
All right, guys. Luke is gonna pick up the one. I'm gonna give you the agenda for the show. I just wanted to wait until we had more people here. Slam the like, share it. And one thing that we need you guys to do, okay, yeah, Internet of Force is not automatically. It sometimes is, but today, no. Okay, but one thing we need you guys to do is go on our YouTube channel, go to Benzinga, and look at some of the videos from yesterday and just comment on them. One of the consultants we're talking to said that commenting on videos, we have this live chat, but don't have comments turned on. I guess we're going to add the comments turned on for these things. But one of the big things is commenting on the shows of previous recorded ones. So if you guys can do that, that'd be awesome. You can watermark the symbols on the back of the chart. That's a great idea. Jason Douglas, love it. All right, we're going to do that. Hey, Aaron Bree, can you assign that? Oh, that's the wrong one. Can you watermark the symbols on the back of the chart to
Ross Fox? Who'd be good for that?
I'm trying to think. Assign it to Bert, and
okay.
and have a due date for Friday, or no, Zaid. Assign it to Zaid. Okay.
You guys can actually watermark it in Pro. It's a thing you can do.
Why aren't they all automatically watermarked?
Well, it's a preference thing, but if you click on the chart tab in Appearance, you can add a watermark.
All right, let's see. Where do I got to go?
Chart
tab.
Settings on the right, all the way to the right, the gear thing.
Okay.
Click that. Appearance at the bottom. Scroll down. Watermark right there. Check it.
Oh, this is the coolest platform ever.
There you go.
Oh, now you can see it.
Are you freaking kidding me? All right, let me ask a question. In the chat, I'm serious. Don't let me be biased to you. Is there a reason not to have it watermarked by default? If there is, tell us. But if you want it watermarked by default and you're a pro user, press 1. If you don't want it watermarked by default, press 2. Let us know. If you want it watermarked by default, press 1. If you don't, press 2. Because that is, who just told us that? Aaron Thomas just now? Who was
That
it?
was Rohan.
Rohan? That was awesome, man.
Yeah,
How'd you get to that again?
We went to chart tab.
Settings, and then you can find the appearance. Me and Ryan Faluna figured it out the other day because people kept asking about it.
I mean, it's one of the biggest complaints on the thing. Holy cow!
Wait, Rohan, are we missing some Power Hour graphics right now, or do I have everything set up? I don't know.
If you're in the brand, it should all be there.
You might want to turn the watermark a little bit more bright.
That I haven't figured out how to do.
So it's that box right next door. So you check the watermark and then that box right there. Yeah. So if you
I can do that.
Ooh,
yeah,
there we go. Even better.
make it a
But you
little
want to
white.
go the other way.
It's gone.
Yeah, I messed up a little
Change
bit.
the color to
75.
white in the top.
there you go.
I think it's on gray. Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Now
Nice.
that's bright.
No, it's probably
Maybe
too
a
bright
little
for
too
you.
much. Yeah. Maybe a
Hey,
little too much.
guys, Luke's going to be on at 2 p.m. You guys, we got to deliver the value that Luke gives. We talk trade ideas. So let me just give you a quick rundown. It's 12:06. Here's what we got on for the show today. It's the Benzinga Power Hour. Today we're bringing on at 12:30. Aaron Bree, you want to give the guest and who's coming
Yeah, we
on?
got David Kang. His Instagram is Trader Kang, just Kang, and he's a great.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got 200. I'm gonna drop his Instagram link in here. He's got 200,000 followers on Instagram, or just about, and he makes some great stock picks. So we're gonna bring him on for some stock picks and trade ideas. And yeah, as Luke says, this is the trade idea show. So we wanna bring those trade ideas straight to you, straight from the people that we know, do their due diligence and make good picks. And so he's going to come on. We'll see what he's got in store. Then at 1:00, we have Citius Pharmaceuticals. We have their chairman of the chairman of the board. His name's Leonard Mazur. So that should be a very interesting interview. We're going to learn some more about Citius. And then at 1:30, we've got
what's the symbol?
the symbol is CTXR, I believe. Don't hold me to that.
Can you? I mean, it is. Can you pull it up in Benzinga Pro and show people what it is? What's the market cap?
It is CTXR. All right, so it's right on that. Let's see what it. Oh, well, it looks like it's having a good day so far. It's up 5% on it. Maybe people heard that they were coming on.
Hey! Come on, it's not showing in Pro. Let's go. But where are you looking at that you didn't? You saw it somewhere else first. Where were you looking?
Well, I did a quick Google of Citius Farm because I wanted to make sure I got the ticker right when I said it, which I did it after the fact.
Dude, hit the details on the left side. Details, left side. Oh my God.
You can see an overview too.
Oh, right here. Yeah. Oh, okay. So let me go cancel here. We'll go to CTX.
This guy doesn't know how to use it. It's up. You already have it. Oh, why is he doing that? Oh my God, this guy's killing me. So it's a $240 million market cap. We have the CEO coming on, exclusive. Yep, coming on at 1 p.m. All right.
1 p.m.
So
He's actually the chairman of the board. I don't know if that's different than the CEO. It's kind of a cool
right.
title, chairman of the board.
it's a pretty normal title. Okay. All right. I want to get to. I got stock picks. I got to update people. I don't know. We have a whole crew there. Drew, why aren't you posting a TikTok much anymore?
Yeah, I gotta get back on that.
March 18th and March 23rd were the last couple times.
All right, I'll get back to it.
People were asking me. They said, "Did Drew pass away?" And I said, "No, he's just chilling." I don't know. Anyway, all right, I gotta go over some stocks and show some portfolio stuff. Drew or Aaron, I don't know if there's something you guys were here. I guess that they didn't think I was going to show up. Maybe I was at the dentist because I lost my mouth guard, but I showed up. So if you guys want to kick out for a minute and let me do my thing, I'm gonna take it to another level right now. All right, they are okay. All right, so yes, Benzinga Live is in the Benzinga Pro application. So this is what we're gonna do right now. I'm gonna share my portfolio. I haven't done this in a while, like what I'm really thinking about the markets, but I'm also gonna show my desktop, like what I'm actually doing. So this person is named Kevin Greer. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go and share my screen. And Aaron and Drew, keep doing your thing. I'll call you when I need you to help me with some stuff. But I just want to give for 5-10 minutes, just a couple things that I do for my stock picks and stock ideas. That's what I just want to do. So right now I'm going to get my screen up. Oh yeah. Someone already did that for me. Aaron Bree. Okay. Thank you. All right. And Aaron Brief, I do stock symbols. I don't have that default setting with the thing, but here I made it bigger. Okay. So this is what, this is Benzinga Pro. This is the chat here. So like I may go to them and say, hey, Benzinga Pro guys, I'm live. Let's see. Am I live? No, I'm not here. So I go, hey, I'll show you guys. I go in here and say, if you want to see some of my new favorite stock picks, I am live on the Power Hour now. Okay, so that's the first thing. I'm just putting that in for them. Okay, now someone said you should put Benzinga Pro or Benzinga TV and Benzinga Pro, and it already is. So I just click Benzinga Pro TV right here. Here it is. It's live. You hit it and it's live, and then you hit window. It's all built in. It's there. So it sounds like Kevin Greer wasn't able to find that. So we need a better way to say live TV, and then you click and it takes you to it. That's what it sounds like. So can you, producer AB, can you assign to myself, we need a link for live TV on the left side of the page so people can see it. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you doing that. What's up? I put everything over there. I don't know. Okay. So, all right, that's that. Now we're going to go to my picks. We're going to go to my trades, what my portfolio is. Someone's asking me about Penn National, how long am I planning on holding that big position I took in Penn. So let's talk that one, because that's a big position I have right now, the relative thing. So here's what we got going. So I'm going to show my portfolio in this E-Trade account. So Solar Up, who's very smart. I love Solar Up. He thought I was mad at him today. I was not. Solar Up, live TV under chat in the sidebar. Yeah, okay. And then Solar Up, I have one quick question. On the left sidebar there, see it says calendars and all these different things. I wanted these to be each a different color. So you can always just say, hey, go to the orange one, go to this one. And they were supposed to be like a light shade color, but some developer didn't agree with me and then did it his way. What's your feeling on each one being a slightly different shade of color? Not like annoying colors, but like what's your feeling, Solar? Please let me know on that. Okay, thank you. Now we're gonna get to trade ideas. We need to talk about Penn National. Maybe I can get Dave Portnoy to come on and talk about Penn right now. If you want Dave Portnoy on, let me know. Press 1. And then, okay, so Solar Up says, don't do the different colors on the left side because it may be too busy. And that's what the developers were afraid of, Solar Up. But I'm saying like a light shade of it. So it's not so busy. But yeah, Internet Enforcer says, yeah, see, let me just tell you one quick thing, guys. Benzinga Pro, I created it. Originally, I created it in my basement. I was coding, I created it in my basement. I can explain it to you. My vision for Benzinga Pro was Bloomberg meets Apple. So yeah, muted shades. Exactly. Internet Forces, you and I are like two peas in the pod. Now the question is, who can execute better? If you can execute better, then it'll be amazing. We're going to talk Penn National. You guys didn't say you want Portnoy on. So you do not want Portnoy on then, I guess? If you do, I'll text him right now and see if he'll come on for 5 minutes. All right. So we're going to switch to Star Peak. We'll get back to Penn. But if you guys want, Sean Wilton, we do A/B testing. We test to see if people do things. We do A, B, C, D, E testing. I don't know when we're going to see some TSX stickers. Yeah, people do want the colors. All right. So, all right. Thank you. Okay. So you do want Portnoy on. All right. Okay. Let's just focus on one thing at a time. We're all over the place right now. Battleground. Yeah. Trading. Yeah. Trading View is a good partner of ours. Thank you. Appreciate the compliments. So Star Peak Energy Transition Corp. We're up 14%. Now, what are we seeing here? Star Peak Energy. What's the market cap? We got a market cap of 1.8 billion. Halftime report Monday. I don't see anything here. Okay. So now what do I got to do? Could you do a breaking news section just for stock news? We do that, Nick Rosina. Do you want me to show? Okay, there's a lot of questions. Okay. Is Israel, all right. Can you come tell them in the chat? Okay. So I got to get this going real quick. I got to go to our news desk because the Star Peak Energy, we got to get the CEO on right now. So let me see. Aaron Bree or Zoltan or Drew, can you reach out to see if they want to come on the show? Star PK what's the volume of 50-day average? Okay, session about 4.9. So we're a little higher today, up 15%. No items since April 6th. 1.85 billion markup. We are talking about it on the show right now. Okay, you're saying it's a short seller? Maybe you think it's a short squeeze? What's the short interest? All right. So I don't know. I just put in the. I wish you guys can just see my whole screen so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing, and you'll see how these guys respond to me. Okay, and we need to talk about gun manufacturers. Biden's out with comments on gun manufacturers right now. Break. So let's go to this. 1 second. Here we go. Why is she calling me? I'm on a live show. So gun manufacturers, we got to go. All right. So Biden's out with gun manufacturers. He's saying gun manufacturers should have no immunity. So I think you're going to start seeing a continued move in these ammo plays, SWBI. I host a show with Josh Brown on Fridays where we discuss trading ideas and on Clubhouse. And one of the big things we've been talking about is the gun plays. POWW, which I know a lot of you guys like, has been moving nicely. I no longer own POWW. I think it's maybe a time to pick up some more. This is at the Roth cap. So we have our Why Is It Moving? Roth Capital initiated a buy on POWW today. But what I'm talking about is right here at 1219. Gun stocks moving higher as President Biden discusses gun legislation. Biden says we should also ban assault weapons, high-capacity magazines. We knew this was going to happen, but that is, what's going on here. We also have Castamere. This is too small. I mean, it's not too small for 400. Yeah, it's okay. So let's get back to Penn. So did they say they wanted port? Okay. What happened to VIC and DIS? Buy them or not? Get to that. What was the catalyst of the big move up? The appearance today with Jason. Yeah, right. We'll see. We use colors for our calendars. I got to look what you're talking about, Ruth LeMay. We use colors for our calendars. Will you show me what you're talking about? I wish you guys could share your screen with me too. Yeah, Happy Muhammad. Totally agree with you. Let me text. I'm going to put a PSA on for everyone. Let me text Portnoy 1 second. Okay, guys? I'll get my iMessage open. I don't know if he can come on, but we'll see. All right. See, it's hard because, he works at Penn, and it's hard for him to talk buying the stock. So we have to have a different angle for him to talk about. Let's see what's different states in New York sports betting. All right, let's see. We'll get him to come on and talk about that a little bit. Yeah, POWW, put it on your radar. I've traded POWW 10 different times. I wish a producer Ari B would entertain us with some little soundboard music. We need I need some. I don't know. I guess I could do this. Oh, this is broken. Can't do this. Okay, that's broken. But let me text Portnoy. AB, come on and sing for a second so I can text Portnoy.
I'm not gonna sing. I'm not a good singer, but we'll do some more stock picks.
Let's go. Hurry. Don't pause. Go fast. They want picks.
So, all right, here I'm gonna pull up my screen. What do I still have Citius pulled up, but I'm gonna pull up. Let me pull up one from the chat. What do y'all want to see? What do y'all want to? Okay,
Come on,
VSTO.
man.
Looking at VSTO. I don't even know. Oh, Vista Outdoor. Is this another gun? Yeah, this is another gunplay, Jason. They're talking about
VSTO. I own. I've owned
Vista
this for a long
Outdoor.
time. Yeah, I've owned this for a long time.
So let me pull up these 6 months. Ooh, that looks good. I like that. We had this candle up here was up to 38 a couple weeks ago, back in February. I guess that was about a month and a half ago. We're at 32 right now. That looks interesting. Let's see what the news is saying here on Benzinga Pro. Gun stocks moving higher as President Biden discusses gun legislation. Biden says we should also. So they're talking about legislation, but the gun stocks are moving higher. That's interesting. They must be saying they're not gonna touch certain things. Ooh,
New York is legal. New York is legalizing gambling, right?
And pot, yeah, both.
At the same time. I mean, it's like all the sin stuff, you know?
Yeah, it's like they saw a funny joke with how people were trying to get Cuomo out of there. Now he's like, it's like when your parents are going through a divorce and they're both trying to, give you stuff to make you happy. They're like, here, gambling, here's wheat, whatever. Oh, that makes sense. Because they're saying before the legislation kicks in, a bunch of people are going to go rush out to buy guns. So that's why these gun stocks are popping up. I'm not getting political on here. I'm just talking about why these gun stocks are moving, So I see y'all in the comments talking about Biden this, Biden that. But yeah, so that's one. Let me pull up one of my favorites. Speaking of, we're talking about marijuana in New York. Scott's Miracle Grow.
You love that. Did it ever move?
I made some good money on some calls. I first brought it up on the show like a few weeks ago back here when it was at like 220 and now it's at 250. So if you got in that trade with me, you've made, some good, that's about 20%. But the reason is just like what Jason was saying with Grow G earlier, that they don't actually touch the marijuana itself. They have all these, Scott's has all these subsidiary companies that do the lights, the hydroponics, the soil for the weed. So for most of the cannabis companies, they can't operate state to state until it's federally legal. But for Scott's Miracle Grow and Grow Generation, they can operate state, they can go from Texas to Missouri, do interstate commerce. Whereas with the actual growing companies such as like Cresco and some of the companies that are actually growing it, they can only operate in one state right now. So someone's saying Scott is not good for growing good. Well, I'm not worried about them growing good pot. They're in the shovel play aspect of it, that you got the lights, the soil, and on top of that, they look at their financials are really strong. $13 billion market.
Yeah, hey, how many of you guys in the chat right now sports gamble? Like press 1. Okay. Just press 1. How many of you guys sport in the chat?
Do you ever, Raz? Or did you used to?
No, I don't right now.
Have you ever though?
Of course, a limitation on gun sales versus drives. Yeah, I have, I want to make sure I missed it.
Steve Delaney is saying, do they still have the lawsuit for the cancer? No, that wasn't Scott's Miracle Grow. That was Monsanto Roundup. Different. Although maybe Scott's was implicated in that too. I don't know.
All right. So guys, I did text Dave Portnoy just now. So Aaron, just pay attention to see if he comes in. I gave him the link and I'm going to go back on with what I was planning on doing before with my trades and show my portfolio. Okay.
I like that, but I'm curious. What do you have any experience sports trading? Like, did you used to back in the day? Now you don't. Or sports gambling? Sorry,
a little bit. Like I bought some like I would play odd. Like I would buy. I would bet on like the Pistons winning the championship, like a 10 to 12 to 15 to 1 odds, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like the long dated futures. Like you weren't betting on the actual games.
Yeah, not as much as that. I thought that was more. I thought that was more of a. I thought that was more of like total gamble type thing, betting it that way. So I was doing stuff where I thought, I had an edge or something. I want to get back to the Star Peak Energy Transition Corp. Do we have any color on why this is moving up 14.5%? I would love, Aaron, if you could reach out to the company. If you go to a Benzinga Pro, I mean, it's STEM Inc. They're the global leader in artificial intelligence. April 6th, they issued a press release.
Wait, what's the ticker? STPK? Star Peak Energy?
STPK. Yeah, I want to get them on today if we can.
All right, I'll hop off the stream and get working on that.
I just don't see much, and I don't, and I like the volume on it. Now it's up 15%. I'm into this. I'm into movers, and this one is moving. So, it's a blank check company. So it's a SPAC related company for sure. And it's moving STEM. So I would love to see if we can get them on. So do what you can. Let me know and get back to us, because this could be in play for some more action. So, all right. Yes, he's gone. Okay.
I was on. I'm on their investor getting in. I'm on it. Well,
okay. So, and on all right. Okay, so now we're gonna go to my stuff. I know you want me to do a demo of Pro. I can't do that today, and so I gotta do this other thing. Okay, so nice job on POW. All right, that's what we do. Breaking news. That was breaking news. That little breaking news alert was powerful, and I gave that to you guys in real. And you're actually a little delayed because you're not using Benzinga Pro, but it's okay. Let's see what else I have. Powell says, here, I'll give you a couple more breaking news items. 1 second. Hold on. All right. Powell says we're not going to go back to the same economy. Powell says we need to keep supporting the economy, and we will. And then the Zoom crashed out on Powell and says we've fixed it and it'll be going back on. Another IPO looks like at $10 is Model Acquisition Performance Acquisition Shares. It's a SPAC, MPACU. So this looks like it just opened up for trading. I don't even know if it's gonna be in Pro yet. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do here. MPACU. Let me open up the E-Trade account. So this is what I'm talking about. Okay, now I'm gonna share. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. I apologize, guys. All right, thank you for the feedback. So this is the one I'm talking right now. So this just opened for trading just now in real time. PACU. I may pick up shares because I'm going to try this new SPAC trading thing that I just learned about. So I'm going to show you. I'm not, guys, I don't always mean to like copy me and what I'm doing. So I am going to share this screen right now, and you're going to see what I'm doing in real time. But this is a new trading thing that I'm going to try. I don't know if it'll work. I forgot how to share my screen. Okay, here we go. We got David King on in a minute. Hold on, Aaron Bree. I gotta share my screen. Hit the share button. Okay. Here we go. All right. I'm gonna make a trade. Add to stream. All right. So I'm gonna buy. I don't know. 1,000 shares. The reason is because I am also, there's not going to be options traded on this ticker right now, but most likely there will be options traded on this ticker. And then I'm going to do this thing where I sell calls on these things. So there's a trading thing to basically earn 28% by doing this call strategy where you own the stock, you sell calls, you can actually even sell puts. There's a couple ways to go about it. And I'm going to do this thing right now. So I just bought this IPO because it is literally just got traded. I'm going to buy about 4 SPAC IPOs right when they get traded. And I'm going to buy them right when they go public. So I got to actually get an alert feature made for that. Because this is what okay, so you guys got the wrong tickers on IG stories for upcoming interview. Okay, that is very good to know. Happy Muhammad. I don't know why he doesn't work here and do stuff. I gotta tell our guy that's bad. Aaron, are you gonna take care of that?
Yeah, I'll make sure that gets fixed on Instagram. And yeah, I agree. Internet enforcers. Happy, that's a great eye. Thank you.
That's not. It wasn't Internet Enforcers.
No, I know. I said I agree with internet. He said Happy Muhammad, great eye. I was saying, yeah.
Oh,
great eye.
wrong. Okay, so now I'm gonna do my thing. So I got to bring on on Instagram. Okay, so now we have a guest coming in 1 second. I'll go to him 1 second, but I just got to show. I didn't get to show. So I made that trade. So guys, the reason I made that trade is because I'm doing this thing where I'm buying new SPACs and then selling plain options on it. There's a way to earn 25% basically without much risk, and I can explain it later. But we have a guest coming on, so I'm doing that first. All right. So 1 second, I will bring on the guest. All right. So where's your guest there?
I forgot. So David's bringing one of his buddies too, Alan, who's the COO of what is it? Prosperity Trades. Let me bring them on here. David, how we doing?
Hey, doing good, guys. Thanks for having me.
I'm going to bring your buddy Alan on too. Alan, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
How's it going?
It's going
Hey,
great.
what's going on?
So
All
we've had David on the show before, but this is Alan's first time. Alan, can you introduce yourself to the audience and give us more background about you?
Yeah, so I go by Trader McCrum. I work with David here on the Prosperity Trading team. We run that chat room, and we work together in the mornings and in the afternoons with our live streaming that we do. I've been trading for I'd probably say close to 4.5, 5 years now. And, I'm a full-time day trader, and just been playing this low flow, high volatility stuff, and, trade with Dave every day. So that's a little bit of.
What low float, high volatility are you trading right now?
Today, probably the top ones today that the room and us have been on is Rice and RICE, and Very is another one. Very a pretty low float, I believe that one. So
Aaron, let's put up your screen so you can share it. Put the symbols up. You said Rice, RICE.
Yep.
Yeah. So RIC basically ran up on the business combination with the two renewable energy companies. So they came out with news, I think, after hours yesterday, like 8 p.m. But really, it just kind of soared up this morning. I think it's up right now. Oh, yeah, it went up over 40%. So basically, they're just looking to, lead the combination of the Area Energy and then Archaea Energy to create the leading U.S. renewable natural gas. So that's why the company kind of took it up today on the stock price here. So that's one that we played. And then Very was another one. I think Very didn't have any news. So we're just seeing that as a low float, like kind of low float day traders piling up on that one. So those are the main two plays today.
Okay. And how often will you trade this Rice? Will you buy? Will you move it around? What will you do? Will you sell?
Barry?
Will you? No, I'm focused on Rice still, not the next one. How often would you the warrants moved as well? Are you buying a big allotment in the beginning, or you keep buying it up? How do you determine when you're going to make a sell? And I know you guys probably talk about this. Again, we're at David King, a Trader King, and Alan Trader McCrum. And so people always wonder, hey, when do I sell? Or they have this, FOMO. I sold too early. What do you guys do with how do you position the stuff?
Yeah, for me, I saw an entry at the 1335 and took it up, and really ever since then the stock really been just trending up. So I just like to just follow the trend, and first I get my bigger target level. So my first target level was like $14 by looking at the daily chart, and saw that there was the room to run to that $14 mark. So that was my plan originally. So I would usually sell. My strength is taking partial profits along the way. So I would scale out, and then I'll go ahead and scale back in again. on the dip areas, like the 50 EMA areas or like the bottom of the trend. So I'll pick that back up. And then as long as the volume's coming in and the momentum is still good, I'll keep on riding it towards that $14 or whatever target that I had originally. So that's my personal strength. I'm able to, ride the trend as long as I can, taking partial profits. Alan, what about you, man?
Yeah, I mean, I think he asked about how do we know what areas to buy at and where are we looking to sell? So a lot of it comes down to technical analysis and charting. You have to always be charting, your daily chart, your weekly, your hourly, and things like that to, kind of see where these, stocks have room to run. That's kind of, trading 101, right? I think everybody kind of does that. So by, catching these plays with like new streamers and things like that and seeing them starting to run up gives us time to chart it out and see where the potential people are going to be looking to take profits. After we do that, we apply to our trading plan, look for our entries. I play a lot of like bull flag patterns, trend lines, breakout plays, things like that. So I'm a pattern trader. Love support buys as well. And so we look for those entries like the first alert that and play with Rice that Dave was taking was at 1335. That was a perfect break, out of a bull flag pattern right off a trend line. So from there, the stock never cracked back below that trend line until it reached $15.50. So it was pretty much a stress-free trade for over $2 a share. So and then obviously the 1550 was there was some resistance up in that area. So things like that. And then like what Dave says, taking partial profits along the way, making sure you're scaling out. You can always add to a winner. So stock comes up, say hits a whole dollar resistance area or something like that. Then obviously if you want to replay the break and you got a low position average, you can average more in and ride up some more after you kind of cycled some shares out. So, what I think very basic stuff, but that's what we apply to, these stocks day in and day out, rinse and repeat. We have a trading edge, we have our favorite patterns, and we just, look for what stocks have the volume on the day, what stocks are, the moving up with some type of, news or, or maybe, you got to watch everything, Wall Street Bets, Twitter, all that stuff. So just whatever's moving, we like to play. It doesn't necessarily have to have a news catalyst behind it these days, but I personally do like some type of catalyst besides just somebody sort of, I don't know, I can't say pumping up, but not making sense why it's moving. So
yep, absolutely. Now, is it always short flow? Like, is that what you're always like? Are you looking for these wild moves when you're doing these trades?
My experience, usually the highest percent gains will be with the smaller the float. So, stuff under, what do you say, Dave? Like, you like stuff under 10 mil in float?
Yeah, anything under 10 million is considered low float. So yeah, anything under 10 million is considered low float. But the really super low floats are anywhere from 1 to 3 million. So those are those stocks that vary. For example, VERY. We saw this stock at like $13. I was looking for 20 plus. Mentioned it on Twitter and Stock Twist, and ran up to $22 a day. So VERY, I mean, low float like that, that's gonna be able to rip up very nicely as long as you know how to read the momentum indicators.
Wait, sorry, David. Are you saying VERY?
VERY, very.
Very,
Oh,
very.
Yeah, very good.
Very good. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, really, ever since then, I like to look at where the stock kind of hold a 200 EMA when it comes to momentum day trading. So that's kind of like the lowest point of the entry or like the area of support that needs to hold. And ever since then, you just got to draw a trend line. And that's what I usually do. Just make sure that the candlesticks, the bodies are holding above that trend line. And the stock literally ripped up towards $22. So that was a very good play as well. So.
Got it. Yeah. No, I hear you. That one is moving. So 77%. So wait, when, I know you mentioned it, but say again, when did you get into it?
I started looking at it about $13, and I think I let the team know about it because like I wasn't sure if we should start playing, because like I don't like to trade low flow stocks on a kind of a dead day. I consider myself I consider today being a little bit of a dead day in the market because we just got out of a Fed meeting yesterday, and so I like to actually trade more of a larger flow stocks. But overall, I mean, it's a lot better fluid day than yesterday. So VRY. I think we got in here at.
I think 15 was your first.
15, yeah, 15 was a solid area there. So yeah, 15 to 22.
Got it. Yeah, I mean what a move. I mean, look at that. I mean, how'd that come on your radar? You saw people talking about it, and that's how it came on your radar. How'd it come on your radar?
We use proprietary scanners, and so we see like stocks that are getting unusual volume, or stocks that are hitting certain of my criteria. Like obviously I have a low flow scanner, and anytime we see any unusual volume coming in, then I'll get alerted, and then I start looking at the chart, and I start charting all the support resistance lines. I look at all the potential areas that the stock has room to run. I look at the daily chart or yearly chart and see that the stock has ran previously to like $33. And I'm like thinking, wow, I mean, on a float that's like 1.31 million float, it's an easy one to move. And day traders are going to be all over that, and so all you got to do is just take advantage of the momentum and see the volume flows in, and the volume came in, and we got a very nice play out of it. So
when you say the volume come in, you're looking to see if the volume continues to pick up, is what you're saying. Like you're looking to see if it's just, or if if it doesn't move as fast as you want. Is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah. I like to see the volume, and like one of the momentum indicators I like to use is MACD, right? So like the MACD, this was a bread and butter today. Like literally the MACD line, if you look at it, never crossed below the signal line. And if you just taken advantage of reading the MACD, you would have banked on this play, very handsomely.
Got it. Yeah. And so now, are you out of it, staying in it? What are you doing?
Oh yeah, we're definitely out of it. I'm not sure if I can share my screen here or not.
You can. So do you know how to do it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So I'll stop mine. Okay, and then just on the bottom hit share.
Oh, my bad.
And
I think I have my other platform. I'm on my other computer, so it's not connected with my charts. My bad.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Where are you based out of, David?
I'm currently based out of Houston, Texas, but currently in Puerto Rico right now. So
why didn't you say hi? Why didn't you say hi to me?
You live in Puerto Rico?
Dorado, Ritz-Carlton, Dorado.
Oh wow, yeah, no, that's I didn't even know that. I live in the Garabo area here.
I was at Peter Schiff's house on Sunday. I don't live there. I was there for a week looking at places. I was on a trip with my family and stuff. How long you been out there for?
Since August actually. So
yeah, that's when I was originally coming. I didn't do it, and then I'll follow you on Twitter and we'll talk. You can hear where I'm at with it. So, but you were from Houston though, you said?
Yeah, I mean, I have a place in Houston, and I just have a place in Puerto Rico, trying to make the move here. You know what I mean? So that way, yeah, you guys, yeah.
Yep. I got it. I got the story, man. What about you, Alan? Where are you out of, man?
Originally from Michigan, mid-Michigan, and then moved to Houston for a little bit. That's where I ended up meeting Dave, and then actually I live in Puerto Rico as well. So. With
David?
Yeah, so we have a trading house. We just got a really nice house here. We set up a big office. We just commute back and forth to home. He goes to Houston, I go to Michigan, this and that. And then sometimes we're happen to be in Puerto Rico at the same time and do this. We're both in trying to explore the island, see where we want to go and that stuff. And then also, work on getting our finalizing our residency. So.
Yep. Wait, Dave, is that Twitter name wrong for you?
No, that's right. It's real Trader King.
It is, but it says Eric.
Eric?
Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Let me check again.
Yeah.
Trader King. Yeah. Okay. I'll share my screen. You guys can all. This is what the beauty of technology is. I can just share my screen and get the confusion to be solved in 4 seconds. Okay. Look. Tell me what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah, that's not Dave.
That's funny.
I just put his Twitter link in the private chat.
It's on the
trader on you, Dave. Though I don't know.
What's that?
That guy's probably a better trader.
Yeah, he must be.
I got that one. I got that, Aaron. You're not helping me. So so you don't have a personal Twitter?
No. It's It's should be real Trader King.
What is it?
The real Trader King.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, real. Just put the real Trader King, and that's how you.
All right. Oh, I got that already. I did that. Okay, I did that.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. So that's just what I use. I don't. Yeah, I mean, it's not really much. My personal Instagram is going to be on Trader King on Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. All right. Sorry. I just wanted to make sure there was no one. Okay. So tomorrow, do you guys know what, like, are you looking at certain setups right now that you're looking to trade tomorrow? Or you're just not there yet?
I'm personally more of a just morning day trader. I don't like to hold stocks overnight. I'm not that.
Really?
I like to sleep at night. You know what I mean? So I make my money, and then I'm done by noon, and then this guy takes over from noon to market closing. This guy likes to kind of have compilations of stocks that's going to move. And actually, he's been really accurate of these stocks that's been popping on up early in pre-market. So, Alan, maybe
well, we'll get to that. Here, Alan, before you get into that, you said you used to live in Michigan. Where did you live in Michigan?
Yeah, so born and raised like mid-Michigan, the Jackson area, and then I went to college in Kalamazoo. So I was in Kalamazoo for
all right.
most of my part.
Benzinga is headquartered in Michigan.
Okay.
Benzinga, we have about 120 full-time team members, employees, whatever word you would want to say for that. And our headquarters is in downtown Detroit.
Okay.
I've been virtual, but I mean, I'm there too a lot as well.
Oh yeah, I've been to Detroit many times in my life. So
yeah, so I do a lot of stuff with Dan Gilbert and different stuff like that. You probably know who that is. So yeah, Alan, take it away. You were talking about some afternoon stuff. Do you want to share your screen, Alan?
I'm on a different computer as well, so
you guys and your different computers. Can't you just get enough power on one computer that's all on the same computer? Why do you guys all be on different computers? What's the reason? I don't get it.
Yeah. Just have dedicated trading. Like I have a really nice, built gaming desktop that's probably way more powerful than what I need it to be. But I just keep it strictly for trading. Like nothing else goes on it. And then I have my MacBook that I use for this kind of stuff and chatting, whatever. But
all right,
Dave's done it the same way as well.
Well, not only that, because we're in the same distance right now, so there's like an audio issue. That's why I got on a different computer. Usually I would be, because I didn't. Last time I was on, I was just me, but this guy is on with me as well, so that's why there's maybe an echo.
Got it. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
okay, so all right, very, very cool. And then how long have you guys been trading for, each of you? Alan, like what brought you? Like, was it many years? You've been a fan since you're younger and all that stuff. Like what? How long have you been at it for?
Since, like I said, I think going on almost 5 years. I was already, successful in what I was doing. I owned a business and just wanted to push myself to the next level. And that's when I was like, what do people do? They either invest in real estate or in the markets, right? So, I came across the typical ads and, was in various other, chat rooms and things like that before coming across David. But that's what I did. And I had the opportunity to sell my business and kind of, what does everybody want to do? They want to retire and go live on the beach, right? And sip on Mai Tais or something. I hear that all the time, especially from the Midwest. If you're from the snow area, everybody wants to retire to the beach. So I tried that lifestyle. It just wasn't for me. And then that's what made me, team up with Dave, just so I could help give back. And, I think I'm pretty good at trading. So now we're doing a pretty good job at it. So, but yeah, about 5 years. And
got it. And you said you sold your business, your previous one?
Yep.
Like, how did it end up selling? Do you have multiple bidders for it? Like, how did it end up selling?
Well,
just curious.
I owned the business I started from nothing, but I owned the business for a little over 6 years. And halfway through, I had, an individual approach me saying he was interested and wondering if I wanted to, partner up with him. So I brought on a partner, and then, so I sold half of the business then. And then 3 years later, I was like, you know what? I don't want to be doing this for the rest of my life stuck in mid-Michigan. There's so much more out there to the world. And trading really provides that travel aspect. If you want the freedom of what trading can offer you, working from a hotel, a computer, we all know this. I just seen that potential. So I, approached my business partner. I was like, hey, are you interested in taking over the rest of it? And, that's what it is. So I had a really good opportunity to get out. And not that I hated it or anything that there. I just, like I said, wanted something else for my life. So.
Got it. Yeah, no, it makes sense. So you wanted to try something else, and trading's more fun than just like sitting there waiting for a game to end, and it's fun.
But I didn't just, sell my business and say, okay, I'm going to start trading. I was trading while for probably a good year and a half before I sold the rest of my business. And so it was a nice, clean migration over. I don't recommend anybody just to, leave their job that's, paying their bills and try to be like, oh, I'm going to be a full-time day trader. And they haven't really got the consistency that, we recommend you to have before taking that leap. So. Yeah.
And what kind of business was it again?
It was a performance car shop. So, I specialized in, customizing people's, exotics and, higher end vehicles. So.
Got it. Wow. So you made the cars look sweet?
Not more visual. It's more like actual, road racing kind of aesthetics and upgrades. And maybe some straight line drag stuff, but really more road racing type.
Anything faster than a Tesla?
Anything faster than Tesla. Everything's fast. Yeah, everything I was in faster than Tesla. So
really?
But yeah, big car stuff. So
wow. Tesla's pretty fast. 0 to 60, 2 seconds.
Oh, you're talking about their whatever they're
Model S Plaid.
Oh, the S. Okay.
Yeah, no, the Plaid. That's it's expensive.
Okay.
I mean, listen, there's no, it's electric. It just hits and goes. It's different.
Oh, yeah.
I know. There's no noise on it. All that stuff. But yeah. All right, enough on the cars. So every day you guys are trading. They can check you guys out. You're Trader McCrum.
Yep.
He's Real Trader King. I wish I'd have known you guys in Puerto Rico. We would have got drinks. I was there. I had like a fintech or a trader meetup there. It was pretty cool. I had a couple of hedge fund guys come visit me at the hotel. We did that's where I got that strategy for the SPACs of buying the SPACs and they go and then selling options on them for like a 25% gain. Well, I mean, I may invest with them and have them do it for me, but I was just trying it today and that happened in Puerto Rico. All right.
Let us know whenever you're down there.
I will. I'll be back in 10 days, I think, or 11 days. So I will for sure. I just followed you on Twitter. My name is Jason Raznick, and let's touch base for sure. Thank you guys for coming on, and let's have you guys come on more often, talk about some of your trades, what you guys are doing at Prosperity Trading. People need to learn and avoid losing money themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Learn off your mistakes because you guys probably make mistakes just like I do. So you try to keep learning. You know what I mean? That's the idea. So all right. Yes. All right. Well, Aaron. All right. Thank you guys. And we will talk to you later.
Thank you,
Jason.
All right. Bye. Okay. So, my background, I look terrible there. Wow. I got to get my screen. There we go. We get that. He won't let me add it. Okay, cool. So we do now those guys are great. We do have another guest coming up in 5 minutes.
Lukey should be hopping in. I just texted Luke.
It's okay. It's Citius chairman of the board, Leonard Mazur, which I think Aaron just talked to him, but he was live on the feed and you didn't realize that, Aaron. We just heard you say the name. So that's that. But I did want to show before we get to the next guest at 1:00. I want to show, and that's CTXR, guys. That's CTXR coming up in 5 minutes. Aaron, can you make sure to let Brett know that we have them coming on in 5 minutes? CTXR. And it's biotech, pharmaceuticals. They had news on March 23rd. Aaron has it pulled up. But before we get that, I need to update people on my reach out. So Dave Portnoy, it won't be today. It'll be another day. And we'll go from that. And my Penn National. So as you guys know, I've owned Penn for a long time. My total cost or my cost basis a long time was 40. But 2 days ago, I bought a decent sized position and it is sitting there up 7%. I'm not selling it right now. I think there's some other, I like catalysts and story plays. I think there's some more catalysts to come on Penn. So I don't feel forced to sell it. If I start,
are you talking about the call options that you bought the other day?
I didn't just buy calls. They had that wrong on their thing. I bought calls and I bought the common, and I think there's some catalysts to come. Some of the catalysts include other states, but also new tools and things that you can do that with it that you couldn't do before. This is a growing company. And one of the things that I have a theme about, and you guys know this, and I don't know if we have the graphic there because Aaron's been sleeping a little bit. The thing behind the thing. I like things behind the things. One of the things that Penn has, the reason you guys don't know it as much as you like know Caesars and these other places, is that they have these local brands in several states. So when you go to get approved in other states, you need a license or like someone that has it. Penn has a lot of it. Actually, DraftKings uses some of their licenses. So Penn plays as gambling grows, Penn's going to grow. That's just like how Benzinga is the thing behind the thing. We power almost 90% of brokerages. Penn powers other even competitors. So that's why I'm not selling my Penn right now. I think there's catalysts to come, and I don't see a reason. Now, yeah, my call options are up an okay amount, but I just don't see a reason to sell. Now, if the market takes a turn for the worse and things sell off, yeah, you could see Penn enter the 90s again. Is that doable? Sure. I mean, nothing's off base, but I'm not here to sell right now. So that's my take. One last one. BTN is having a nice day. I don't know if Aaron can show that ticker. BTN. Yep, you got it. So we're up today 7%. This is one of my bigger positions. FGF is having a nice day. It's another one of my decent positions. I don't necessarily see if there's much going on in the news. Can you go on the BTN? Can you go see if there's any news on BTN?
BTN, yep. Oh wait, that's BTNB. Here we go.
Yep, there you go. Can you scroll down see if there's any news?
BTN.
No, go to the top. No, it's so that's March, April. Okay, so no news that I see on here, but we'll investigate. A couple other ones that I'm before we bring Luke on and the next guest. Couple other ones that I'm paying attention today. Voyager gained back some of the drop of yesterday. It's up 7% today. Upwork up 4%. Peloton up $7 to 122. I'm not selling Peloton forever. Me and Luke fight about that on the show at 104. It's back to 122. So Luke, put that up your pipe and smoke it. Let's see my friend Luke. Let's see if he wants to put that up his pipe. Luke, Peloton, what say you, man?
One day, it's an anomaly, okay? You pull it up on the good days, not on the bad days. Right?
Luke,
Did I just pull out the speakers?
Yes, my eardrum hurts now.
I'm gonna edit his mic settings. I'm gonna lower him a little bit. There we go.
All right, thanks, AB.
Okay.
How's that?
Yeah, you sound better now.
You sound better. Okay. I like the energy though, Luke. I like the energy. So it's okay. So I don't want to make our guests wait. You're going to do the intro. Leslie, I have to give an update. Every day I'm going to come on. Every other day I have to do two different updates. Leslie Pool Supply is up 1% today. The position is up 6%. I have like 1,000 shares. Maybe I should get some more. I think we're going to hit 30 on this. I also own calls. I don't know what. And then I know I didn't get what's CHRA. I own CHRA and it's up 21%. I don't even know what that is. I own Chara Solutions. CHRA. I don't know what that is. And the position's already up 20%. I don't know what it is. The last thing is I didn't do my weigh-in today. I am sorry. I've let you guys down. Tomorrow is Friday. I will bring a scale to the office. I had to go to the dentist for a thing this morning. I will bring a scale to the office. We'll do the weigh-in tomorrow. Okay. So I'm going to leave. Luke is going to take the interview. And then I also want you guys
have a special show tomorrow too. We'll have to decide what we want to do
for the weigh-in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have our quarterly lunch.
If you're not subscribed to this channel, we might have a special show tomorrow. We might be doing something a little bit different.
Yeah, so exactly. It's our quarterly lunch and learn. And so we may do some of it live. And if you guys are here, what all you love to do is go to our videos from yesterday and put some comments on there. I guess that helps the YouTube algorithm. And then like and subscribe. But go put comments on videos that we've uploaded. If you can literally just say, Jason, I disagree with you on this pick or whatever. I don't know. But like, you guys know the quality of our shows and you see the stuff that shows up on YouTube on the top, you know it's wrong. And we're going to do whatever it takes to get you guys, whatever. On the smart scales that graphs your weight change, I have no idea what that is, VS. I asked producer Rohan to buy us one. I don't think he did. So, but I'm not going to be able to lose the weight, I don't think, unless I make this as public as possible. So 2 days a week, I have to weigh in. And it has to be live on the thing or it's just not going to happen because last night or yesterday there in the office, there was no food in the office and I ate 4 Girl Scout cookies and because I forgot about the thing, and so that
I set you up for that one.
I actually didn't. I actually did not eat 4. It was the mint. It was the mint ones, and there was 2, the mint ones, and one thing was not eaten at all. I opened it and ate the whole thing. So where'd those come from? Why were they on my desk?
All right, so we're gonna get to our next guest in a minute here. Story time. We had these adorable 5-6-year-old Girl Scouts come up to our door, like going door to door Saturday evening last week, trying to hustle up some cookies. My girlfriend goes, "No thanks, not interested." Like, what the hell? Come on. Like their mom's like forcing them up the steps, because they don't want to go. They're all nervous. Like, we'll take a couple boxes. Thank you.
All right. Luke, you're gonna do the interview. We're gonna do that. But Luke, your mic, there's some static on it. Did you hear that, Aaron?
I heard a little bit of static. I'm gonna hear
all right,
Luke, talk again real quick.
Come on now. Come on, producer Rohan.
Yeah, that's staticky. We need to get that fixed before the interview.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. It's too staticky. So I don't know what's going on over there. You guys get the wires plugged in. All right, come on. You'll be ready to go. And yes, you guys can do wagers on my weight loss thing. We'll do a Google Doc. We'll start it tomorrow. We can do wagers on the weight loss thing. Okay. Yeah.
All right, everyone. We have a very special guest, our second guest of the day. I am joined by the chair of the board of Citius Pharmaceuticals, Leonard Mazur. Thank you so much for taking the time and joining us today.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me here. I always enjoy being with you guys.
Awesome. I appreciate it. We try very hard to go out of our way and bring the listeners companies that we think are interesting, have some very neat things going on, and you guys absolutely fit that bill. And so for getting started, could you just give us a little bit of background on the company for anybody who may not be familiar?
Sure. So our company's a pharmaceutical company, biopharmaceutical company that's at the development stage. In other words, we're pre-revenue at this moment. We have some very unique drugs that are under study. What really separates us from just about everybody else is the fact that we're in a very late stage. We're in a late phase 3 with our lead asset, which is Miniloc, which is an antibiotic lock solution used in the treatment of catheter-related bloodstream infections. Additionally, something that all of you will not hear from just about anybody else here, and that is that we have our own money invested in the company. So we've invested a total of $26.5 million. That's myself and Myron Halubiak, the CEO of the company, and we had for good reason that we did that. We think that the assets that we have are assets that will ultimately be cleared by the FDA, and also additionally, most of the drugs that we have definitely address unmet medical needs, and our lead asset is unique. There will be no competition in the marketplace once it's approved by the FDA. We think that with our assets that we're going to really make a significant difference when it comes to the treatment of certain diseases and disorders.
Got it. So why did you guys invest so much of your money into the company?
Well, that's a good question. First of all, we're entrepreneurs. And, I don't have to tell you about entrepreneurs, but we probably are entrepreneurs with a difference. And that is that we're all in entrepreneurs. And I've founded several companies in the past, and I learned a long time ago that if you really want to be able to raise capital correctly, you better be prepared to go alongside with your investors, no matter what that means. So in the past, I'll give you an example. I've signed over my house. I can't even begin to tell you how many times I did that I'd bring papers home for my wife to sign, and she goes, "What's that all about?" I said, well, it's something that you shouldn't really worry about. So I think that that's one aspect of it. The other part of it is that we have a lot of confidence in what the portfolio that we have in the companies, especially with Miniloc, which is our lead asset, something that we licensed from MD Anderson. the lead drug in that is minocycline. It's one that we know very, very well. We think that it's something that we're very confident that this will ultimately be approved by the Food and Drug Administration.
God, what like you say Miniloc, and I'm like, that's Japanese to me. What the heck is Miniloc?
All right, so let me tell you what that is. All right, so that is it's an antibiotic lock solution that's used in the treatment of catheter-related bloodstream infections. So what happens is mostly cancer patients have long-term catheters that are implanted into them. Those catheters are a lifeline. They support nutrients, they support chemotherapeutics, they support other active therapeutics. Since they're surgically implanted, they get threaded. Most people don't know this. They get threaded to the heart area, where there's enough of a portal there with the superior vena cava to accommodate all those aspects of medications that they need. So over time, what can happen is the catheter itself can get infected. When a catheter gets infected today, the only solution that's standard of care is to remove the catheter and replace it. When you remove the catheter and replace it, you have to go through 2 surgical procedures. It's a cost of somewhere between $8,000 to $10,000. It's very painful, uncomfortable. Most physicians hate to do this. It's something that patients don't like. And what happens is that catheter has to be threaded back up into that area. So let's say initially when a catheter is placed, it's placed by your collarbone and it gets threaded to the heart. Now, when the catheter is infected, that catheter has to be surgically removed, and now a new catheter gets implanted. Most of the time, the new catheter itself will be placed down by the groin area and gets routed all the way up through your body into the heart area again, and that's where all the mischief can begin. So, and there's about a 20% adverse event profile associated with removing and replacing a catheter. Now, what you have to consider here is that these patients are seriously ill to begin with, and if they're infected, they're even worse off. So this is a real serious problem. Catheter-related bloodstream infections also have a mortality rate that can range up to about 20-25% at times. So it's something that nobody really wants to deal with. The hospitals hate it. They don't get reimbursed if somebody comes down with that infection inside the hospital. So we have something here that will be life-saving, as well as it'll be unique. It'll be the first of its kind in the marketplace, and there's no competition here except remove and replace.
Yeah. Okay. And this question, can I read a couple questions from the chat? Are you cool with that or no?
Yeah, I'm good with that. Why not?
All right. It says, are any of the potential drugs being tested by humans currently, stage 1, 2, or 3, or something?
So, any other competitor drugs? No.
No. Any of your drugs being tested by humans right now?
Yes. So, Miniloc is in phase 3. We have a drug, a hemorrhoid drug, actually, that's going into phase 2B. That's humans. The other 2 drugs that we have are at the preclinical stage. That would be our mesenchymal stem cell drug, which is in preclinical. That's for ARDS associated with COVID-19, or just plain ARDS, as well as MinoWrap, which is a wrap product to prevent infections associated with tissue expanders to get placed into women who have had breast cancer. Those last 2 are still at the preclinical stage.
Okay. And then how big is the market size for catheters?
Okay, so this market, so there are 7 million catheters that get inserted annually into patients. About 500,000 of those approximately are infected. So we believe that given our pricing paradigm that we have right now, which is preliminary at this point, but we believe that this market is in the United States is somewhere between $750 million to $1 billion in value. Outside the U.S., it's the same number. By the way, outside the U.S., this problem is much worse, much worse, because the standards in hospitals outside the U.S., including in European countries and elsewhere, it's not the same as what we have here.
Got it. And how does like a company like Citius Pharmaceuticals get more street coverage? Like I see HC Wainwright had buy ratings, in 2019, 18, but like is a challenge of like getting these drugs approved. That's how the Wall Street ratings start to come about. Like how does this happen? How do we get to the next step to get the word out?
Well, we're pursuing that. We do have coverage also from Dawson James covers us as well with a buy rating. So we have 2 firms right now that cover us, and we're working on getting additional coverage elsewhere. I think as we generate data, we'll have additional coverage in place. I think that's what the analysts, some of the analysts are waiting on at this point.
Got it. Yeah, no, totally. I mean that's the chicken or the egg, and your goal as a company is to execute, and money will follow. It doesn't have to be, like there are companies that go out and promote a big way, but you don't have to. And the ticker symbol, guys, is CTXR for those of you that are listening on Sirius Satellite. Then a couple questions. There's another drug, I believe, this Novacite, right? What is Novacite? I like the spelling, Novecite. How do you figure out names for these drugs, by the way?
Well, that one is we combined. That's Nova's new Citius. So basically, we have coming up with drug names is a real interesting proposition. It's I've and the CEO of the company, Martin Holubiak, we've named numerous drugs over the years, and every one of these is a little bit different. You try to find some commonality somewhere, and either in the chemicals that are being the active pharmaceutical ingredients that are being used to formulate the drugs, or the disease itself. There's different ways of doing it and combining those. So right now, Novacite though is really the name of the subsidiary company that we created to bring this drug to the marketplace. This is cellular therapy. This is really brand new. This is 21st century approach to medicine that we think is going to be is going to really take the world by storm at someday. We're going to look back 50 years from now even and see how we practice medicine. We're going to be horrified. But now with cellular therapy coming on stream, there are a lot of advances are starting to take place. This is one of them. This is termed a mesenchymal stem cell drug. Mesenchymal stem cells are cells that are actually taken from. Initially, we get a single person who donates a fibroblast. That person's completely scrubbed, and from that, the cells get expanded. They get expanded several times, and once they're expanded to such a point where they can go into the manufacturing cycle, and we create what's known as a master cell bank. That master cell bank can produce cells in perpetuity. So you never have to go back to another donor. You don't have to go back to anybody, and you can even split it up and share it or send it to another manufacturing source and continue to produce the cells. These cells have a therapeutic effect. Right now, we're studying it in ARDS as it relates to COVID, but also ARDS itself, which stands for Acute Respiratory Distress Syndrome. This is what happens when you come down with COVID, or it occurs in about 250,000 people here in the United States on an annual basis. 50% will die simply because there's no therapy available. So we think we have something here that's very unique in the way it's produced and the way we source it. We think that we have something here that has a lot of superiority to other mesenchymal stem cells in the marketplace.
Okay, and what phase is that in? Where is that?
Right now, we're at the preclinical phase. We submitted a pre-IND package to the Food and Drug Administration. They came back to us, gave us a roadmap for what it is that we have to do. We have to satisfy some animal tests that we have to do initially in order to get it placed into man. We think somewhere in the first quarter of 2022, we should be able to initiate that trial for a phase 1 trial.
Okay, and this Novacite, it can potentially play in the COVID arena as well?
Correct. This also will be studied in ARDS patients who have come down with with the virus itself. So this will be a therapeutic. This is not a vaccine. This is meant to treat. So this is different from prevention, which is what a vaccine would do.
Okay. And guys, in the chat, I'm going to ask a few more of your questions, but I want to ask one more about the amount of money, Leonard, you guys invested of your own money into the company.
You're right.
When did you invest that money? How long ago?
We've invested it pretty much all along. So from the beginning to maybe about a little over a year ago, because we had such demand on the raises that we were doing that we were cutting out investors. So we finally said to ourselves, look, it's better off. I'll give you an example. The last raise that we did, we were oversubscribed 2-1, and we were oversubscribed in the previous raises. So we made a decision not to participate at this moment, but we're always ready to step in and put money into the company.
Okay, and guys, we're with the chairman of the board of Citius Pharmaceuticals, Leonard Mazur. And Leonard, when you guys invest in the company, does it show up in the SEC filings as an insider trade, insider buying?
It shows up. It's all listed in our proxy statements. You'll see an exact breakdown of the number of shares that we have. And I should say to you also is that this money went directly into the company. It was not for stock options. It was for direct investment into the company.
No, that's awesome. And I'm just like looking at a couple of brokerages and they're not showing some of that. So like, so one of the, I always look, you know who Jim Cramer is. I used to work with him and I wrote the insider buyback column for him. And we always loved insider buying because when an insider's buying shares, they're buying it for pretty much one reason. They believe in the company. When an insider sells shares, there may be a variety of reasons why they're selling shares. You never know, divorce, taxes, whatever. But insider buying the company is one of my biggest bullish things. And I've used that for years. And I went to one of my platforms and it didn't show these insider shares being bought. So I am going to look into that and see why it's not, because we provide that data to these brokerages and we have it, they don't. And so this is a good little activity and it'll help you guys because you want investors to know that you're buying your own shares. It's a very powerful bullish thing. Dr. Philip Frost did that for his company. Now the company is doing great. They kept doing it, and it's a bullish thing. Now the questions that you guys keep asking in the chat. All right, I'm going to get to them now. Okay, we're going to do a rapid fire on some chat questions. All right, that's what you guys want. Is the Minilock a drug or a device?
Drug. It's been rated as a drug by the Food and Drug Administration.
All right, Minilock Phase 3 DMC meeting update, please.
Yes, that was being held in the second quarter of this year. The DMC is going to evaluate our efficacy. It's an efficacy readout of the data. So you're under that procedure. For those of you who aren't familiar with it, we're blinded. We're not allowed to look at our clinical data, obviously. So you have an independent drug monitoring board that looks at the data and basically says to you, either you continue with the trial because you're hitting all your endpoints, or they could also say to you, your data is so powerful that you should stop the trial now and get ready to file. So basically, we're at that point right now. This will be the last readout done by a DMC before we move into the final phases of our drug approval process.
Got it. Okay. Then when will, and this is must not be Minilock, maybe it's something else, it says when will Phase 3 trial be completed? Is that the same thing we were just talking about?
More or less. So we basically, a lot of the things are dependent upon COVID and the number of patients that we enroll, but we are planning to initiate filing of our new drug application somewhere in the second half of this year. We have under the FDA gave us a fast track status. So we're allowed to submit a rolling NDA. So as we finish sections of that application, we're going to be submitting it. We're going to be submitting data, parts of our application later in the year.
So does the FDA, or do they give you an exact date? Like Tommy Versity, who is a fan of you guys, I think he may know you guys. He said, is there a date for the FDA review results? Do they give you that at this point?
Correct. They do that when you have completed your application. They give you something known as a PDUFA date. And all drug companies normally get 1 year for that PDUFA date. Because we have a special status known as QIDP, which is an advance in antibiotic treatment, our review time is cut to 6 months. It's cut in half. So the moment we've completed all of it, they'll have 6 months to review and get back to us. So that's a positive for all the shareholders in the company, for us.
Yeah, and Robert Neisler, I don't know if this is correct. He says your phase 2 at 100% effective rate with no negative issues. Is that correct? Or
That is correct. That was
okay.
the phase 2B trial. We submitted that to the Food and Drug Administration. That is correct.
Are you guys looking to raise any money anytime soon?
I don't think so. We've raised a substantial sum that I don't think we have any nothing on the horizon that would indicate that we've got to do a raise.
Okay, got it. All right. And so that's and then the thing I did not follow up on, you said you're a guy that likes to go all in. Okay. I love guys like that. You also said that there's been multiple times where you mortgaged the house or did stuff like that. Is that like true story? Like when you were like, way younger, you like put loans on your house to do stuff? If so, can you share a little bit of like the days when you weren't so established and you did that?
I can. I can tell you at one point I had to borrow, not only take out mortgages against my house, but I had to pledge every single asset that I owned at 25% interest. And it was not the organization the way you'd think, but it was a gentleman that had a lot of money to invest. I needed the money. I couldn't get it from a bank or anywhere. I needed it for the company, and I put. He owned everything I had. I would meet with him periodically, and he would say to me, I own you. So ultimately, I paid him back.
So that was that a lot of stress for you and anxiety back then?
I was very confident that I would emerge from that process intact.
Got it. Okay. All right. Last question. The stock, Mr. Market, none of us control Mr. Market, right? And the market follows good companies, but you don't control it. When Amazon sold down from, $80 to $10 and, whatever, they just kept executing and now it's at, 3,000. Is the stock price, like, I don't know how you can answer the stock price being below 2. Would you be buyers? Like what, is there anything you're going to do to get the stock price up or just continue to execute? I don't know. I mean, I have a variations of this question. It's a question I don't normally ask, but you guys keep hitting me up. So
my answer to that is one day everybody's going to look back and say, I remember when that stock was trading at $1.70 and I should have. So that's my answer to that.
And you've been in this field for a while. So, I mean, yeah. Okay. One funny thing, one of the guys, I think it was Steve Delaney, of course, this guy likes to rip on me, but this is maybe a compliment. He thinks that you could be Warren Buffett's brother. You guys kind of look alike. You have Warren Buffett has those old glasses. You have more updated glasses, but I could see it. The hair to the side, I don't know.
I take that as a real compliment. Thank you.
If we ever need a Warren Buffett stand-in, we know where to go to. We know where to go to. Last question.
Omaha. Okay.
Yeah, Omaha, exactly. Go to your McDonald's. Last question. What percentage of the company do insiders own? Do you know that offhand? I know.
I do. I would say it's close to 14% at this point, maybe 15, roughly right around there.
Okay. And is that where you want to be, or are you guys looking to get more?
Yeah, obviously, as we sold more shares, and we were cognizant of this, that we had to face dilution, but we knew that raising capital and having the company well capitalized was important. So, but we recognize what that means. But we think that we're building value here, and we did this so that all of us could have appropriate exits down the road.
Got it.
We're out here for our shareholders. Our shareholders and management are joined at the hip. We're in this together.
No, absolutely. And is there a big institutional holding of the company as well?
We have some institutional holdings, but we're working on getting that number up also. So our plan is to really go after institutions in the coming months.
Got it. And where are you based out of?
I always say we're based out of, we're off of exit 136 on the Garden State Parkway in beautiful Cranford, New Jersey.
All right. I got it. And you're wearing your suit today at work, getting things done.
Of course.
Do you wear a suit every day?
I wear a lot of times I don't wear a necktie, but I usually am dressed in a suit or a sports coat for sure. I'm still old fashioned that way.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think the days that I'm dressed up, you feel more professional. I think necessarily, more productive. People who are remote, and we have a younger person named Aaron Bree who's on our team. Sometimes he's dressing like, and he wanted to interview a guy. You can't wear a hat and interview someone, And I think that the exercise of getting up, getting dressed, putting something nice on, even if you're at home. Like I know a guy who worked for the NASDAQ. This is what he does. He's a top guy at the NASDAQ. He was working from home during COVID. I don't know if he's back at the office, but every morning he'd get dressed like he's going to work. He'd get in his car. He'd drive around the neighborhood, come back, have his coffee like he went to the office and came into the room like, hey, this is like it is in the office. And, by producing good habits, like people always want to play victim roles, but if you make good habits, good results eventually follow. That loan that guy gave you, he knew it was money in the bank because he knew you had good habits. You can just tell by the way you look, your professionalism. It just, you have good habits. Dress code and doing these things, people make fun of it, but it's a real thing. It's a real thing. I agree with you.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And that's something we should broadcast to everybody that it's time for us to get back to where we used to do business.
Yeah, I agree, Leonard. I agree. In person, shaking hands, wearing clothes like you're wearing. It's how it's done. And all this other stuff. Oh, I can, I don't even, whatever. Right. But congrats on your company. Let us know when you have, let us know when you have something to announce or whatever. Let us know. We have large distribution to most of the online brokerages, to almost all of them. People used to just go to the Wall Street Journal with this stuff. They come to us and we get the word out. I mean, we're just we're the biggest financial news vendor in North America to the brokerage space. So that's our business. So thank you for coming on. I like the suit, like the tie, and I'm gonna try to up my dress code. There you go. As well. So thank you. All right. I'll talk to you later.
I look forward to getting back with you soon. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yep. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye-bye. So guys, that was Leonard Mazur, chairman of the board of Citius Pharmaceuticals, CTXR. Very interesting company. Has drugs in the pipe, like they had, stage 3, stage 2. The guy above he said that they had stage 2 results were 100%. No, negative, no negative items on it. That's a pretty big positive. I don't own this stock right now, Citius, and I'm going to say to you, I'm buying this stock. I won't buy it this moment. I'm going to buy it probably before the end of the show. I want people who are listening to the show to get a chance to buy it before me, I guess is what I'm saying. So I did this with Penn National. I wanted to buy Penn when it went down because the Dave Portnoy thing, the tape. I wanted to buy those shares, and I waited until I went on the show. I waited. So I didn't get it at 100 like I should have. I got it at 103, and just because I wanted to get the show. I want you guys to be able to get in the stock before I do. That's what I want. It's very easy for me just to go buy the stock, say, hey, I bought the stock, and then you guys go, I don't. And a lot of, by the way, guys, a lot of channels, a lot of Discords, a lot of these YouTubes. I will tell you guys right now, those guys are buying the shares of these stocks and then going out there and saying, I bought the stock. You got to get in. And then they start selling some when you guys start buying. It's easy way to make some money. Imagine if you had a thing, you're betting on something, and then you're saying you bought it and everyone else is going to buy it after you have all these followers. It's easy money to print. I don't like that. It's nice to make money, but I don't want to take, there's really no difference. If I bought it ahead and said I bought it, and then you bought it a cent later or the same cent, there's really no difference financially for anyone, for you guys. I don't like it. And a lot of people do it. So anyway, I think I like the Citius Pharmaceuticals. So what I would say is if you're patient, you have a timeline, you have, it's maybe not one that's going to move right away. The other thing is Warren Buffett would say, when I used to talk about this stuff, he would say he didn't like meeting company management. He didn't like meeting the CEO because the CEOs, they're charmers, they're smart, whatever. Whenever he met them, he didn't meet a company he didn't like. So he purposely did not talk to company management for a while for his business. And so maybe I'm biased then and I should listen to Warren's advice. but it seems from the guys in the chat and some of these phase 2 and phase 3 studies, it seems like there's something here. And I think I'm a decent reader of people. So I think I like it, and I would be a buyer under 185. So that's my thing. I'm going to put it. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys real quick. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Oh, Aaron Bree. I'm not the chairman of Citius Pharmaceuticals, but it's my face on there. So that doesn't make sense, man. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show my Citius and how I'm going to do this. I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to put Citius in my watch list. I want you guys to see what I do, because I think this company has some power. So here we go. I'm sharing my screen. 1 second. I'm going to show you guys what I actually do, because I want to, take a little, gander in the stock and buy some shares, but I don't want to forget. So what am I going to do? I'm in Benzinga Pro. I think you guys can see. Okay, you can. And so I'm going to the ticker page. I'm going to the notes section. All right. I am going to buy shares today. FDA approvals could be imminent. I can't think how to spell imminent. How do I spell imminent, guys? Oh, okay, I got it. Chairman of the board, Leonard Mazur. I spelled Leonard wrong. Come on, where's my R not working? Leonard Mazur is on the Power Hour today, and you could hear the passion in his voice for how his company solves big medical problems, including death. Wasn't just about the money. All right, so that's my note. Now I'm going to do a paragraph break. At least I'm going to try to, because I don't like long paragraphs. Where is it? I guess forget the paragraph break. All right, I add this to my thing, and then I'm going to add it to my watch list. So I put it to first one, or maybe group one. Here we go. And I go in Benzinga Pro. It's all I ever need for the market. And I go to my watch list. So where is the symbol? See, yeah, there it is. Citius Pharma. And I'm here, and I see there's a note on it. So I go, latest note right there. And I click on my note. Or I can go here and see the note. See that? That's how easy it is. And I'll make those trades. Okay? I just wanted to share that with you guys so you had a chance to see it and how I do it. Oh, look at HubSpot. I originally bought HubSpot at $60. And if you're reading Seek and Alpha, the guy at $45, $60 said HubSpot's the most overvalued company on the stock market at $60. That's why you got to be careful what you're reading, who's writing it, and people's biases. Honestly, you got to be so careful. It's tough. It's a tough game out there. Very tough game. But I try to bring it to you honestly every time. All right. So now I'm welcoming back Luke from I don't know where Luke is. Is he there?
I'm back. I'm back from the dead.
Do you want him?
How's my mic?
No. Nope. Not
bad?
great.
No, I think it
bad.
sounds fine.
Okay, let him talk.
All right. I mean, let's throw this one
Oh
out
no,
to
it is staticking a little bit still.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, Trade Zero. Jason was on with Trade Zero. Daniel gave you a mention, a nice plug. What did Daniel say? Dan Pipitone. Yeah. I don't know why, Luke, you guys don't test the mic before you go out. Like there's a studio room that you can test this stuff. You know what I mean, boss? Okay. All right. So we have a guest.
Yeah, let me play the we introduced.
Yeah, go ahead. Thank you.
Let's
Ooh.
All right. Are we here? I'm here. Wait, oh, my screen. Are we on? Is he there?
Yeah, Brett, how's it going? Welcome back.
How's it going, guys?
How are you, man?
Good. How you been?
Good. I have so many questions for you.
All right, shoot. Let's go. Are you gonna ask me about the hotel again by Aventura?
Nope.
All
Yeah,
right.
last time Brett was on, y'all were both
I
in.
got a little nervous.
Nope. I'm not going to ask that. You never heard of it. That's right. And you were in when You were in Aventura, and you never heard of that hotel, and it has huge water slides. You know, you have huge water slides there, and you never saw it. And I was like, dude, this guy needs to look up. He needs to look up, right?
Look,
Right?
Simba, we got people in our comments saying that your trades helped pay off their car.
Oh, today was like insane. Today was probably one of
Today
our
was
best.
insane.
Like,
Tell us about it.
so we basically been waiting like weeks for like tech to catch up because there's been like a big rotation into the industrials from tech. That's why you have a big tech sell-off. NQ died. You have the Russell pumping and everything. I guess I should like show my screen while I'm doing this, right? Let's see here. Make it easier. There we go. All right, cool. Is it up there? Cool. All right, so today's trade. So anyway, let's just take a look real quick at like the indexes, right? So NQ. So this is the daily we had for NQ, and like this was pretty much the channel that we've been in on an uptrend, obviously since COVID, right? COVID lows, and we broke down here a couple weeks ago, and this is when everybody was panicking, right? Even though really wasn't that big of a drop, not really at all. It was only from the highs, you know, a 12% retracement to the lows. Pretty much never closed below about 10% or so. So really wasn't a reason to like panic, right? After a 200% move, 150% move from the lows. But this was an area of interest, which was our previous top here, previous support here, and then we had some wicks to the downside here. So once we got around this range, we didn't exactly take the trade right away on tech stocks. And that's just because there could have been, you know, some further downside. It didn't look very good in a lot of these names. But you could see as a comparison, though, as they were dumping, there was a rise in the Russell and small caps. Industrials have been going off in the Dow. So we really wanted to catch this move in tech because obviously the tech names, they move big, right? You're going to have 5-10% days, and you're playing names like Amazon, Shop, etc. We mostly do option trades with our team. So when you're taking option trades on a 5-10% day, you know, you're looking at 200, 300, 400% gains on some of these trades. As long as you're using a good stop and you're getting good entries, you're able to capitalize really well. So once we saw some support at this level, we had a little bit of a chop range here, but once we broke out, right, let me get rid of that drawing there, right? Once we broke out of this range here, we continued past where here, right? Previous highs here, highs here. So once we broke here, we've just been on a steady uptrend, and it's looking like we're going to make possible new all-time highs. Today, almost we're at one of the highest closes. We're just shy of it, right? A little bit. So maybe we'll get it today, maybe an end-of-day pump for the highest close, but looking like a good end to the week. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, today was nuts. We took Shop. Shopify is my favorite stock. Everybody knows this who follows me. I think I told you guys a while ago. I came on here and I said the best thing that we do almost always is look for these retracements to the 200-day moving average. So it dipped a little bit below, but we had, you know, previous lows here, previous lows here. So we took a stab at some swings around here. We took profit already right around this day, and then we had a little bit of a chop zone around the 20 EMA. But today was the biggest day we had for Shop. I could show you guys like the trades we do exactly. Like we opened a trade this morning for 1600 and 1180 call, 1015. That's right now sitting at
What? So you're in Discord right now. Is this your Discord?
This is Slack, yeah. So we use
Oh,
Slack.
that's Slack.
I don't like Discord. I hate Discord, honestly, because there's so many messages. So if somebody wants to talk about something, for instance, right? Like let's say somebody wants to talk about anything. Who knows, right? Let me just find something here. Anyone else in cat? So we have 7 replies here. So rather than it like flooding the chat, people can just reply to a single message. So it's more clean and concise rather than having like messages all over the place. Otherwise, if you're talking about something, how are you going to have 2 conversations on Discord? You know, you're not going to, you have to scroll up.
Why do you have so many channels?
Well, there's different stuff. So, I mean, so this is day trades. This is just day trades. These are our swings. We did a Netflix YOLO today.
Hold on. But that one stock that you just found that the person was talking about, whatever, like that was in another channel.
Yeah. So which one? Oh, this one?
I don't know, the one you just talked about.
Yeah. This one's just for chatting. So a lot of people, so like we try to separate everything to keep it clean. So like,
of course.
if you only want to follow signals, like you could just leave this channel, or you can mute the channel. So a lot of people do that because they just want to like follow the trades. They don't care about the bullshit every day.
And does Slack let you like have like as many users, like 10,000 users, whatever?
Yeah, we can have as many. We have a paid plan on ours, so it's like I think it's like $8 to $10 a person, just so we have a record of all the messages. Otherwise, if you have a certain amount of messages, it starts to delete them. But yeah,
got it. And then all right, before we go to more of your picks, the thing I was going to say is, okay, so we didn't see each other at Aventura. I see you post on your Instagram your daily watch list, and then the earnings thing. And I don't know if we have this or not, but I see you use an earning. If we had a cool earnings calendar to give you, like the one you use, like, would you use it like instead of the one you post, or is that, do you have a deal with the one that you post?
Yeah, no, that one's just from Earnings Whisper. I mean, they just do, that's where most people just post the calendar. If you guys have one, we'll post that.
And we'll put your brand on it and stuff.
Yeah, love that. That would be awesome.
Simba Stocks. All right, I'm gonna screenshot this, and I'm gonna get one made with your brand, our brand in the corner, but like your brand, and it's cool, it's fun, it's beautiful. All right, yeah. So there you go. That is cool. So you made a lot of money today. So you're in a good mood.
Yeah, it was a great day. Yeah, we took here's another one we took. We took AMD. We took it right around here. We waited for this breakout right here, and we took the trade right here at like 11. You can see that I did that. Let's see, when did I do it? 11. We opened AMD here at 11.12. 90, 28%, set next trim at 130. And I think that one almost filled. I don't know, I have to check on that to be honest, but we're chopping around at the top right here. So that was a quick one. But basically on this trade, this one was pretty textbook too. Moved pre-market. This is after hours. All this is after hours, and this is pre-market. So this is yesterday's close. One of our favorite plays for a scalp. You look for a gap fill, right? So this is obviously a gap. If I turn off extended hours, you can see, right? There's a gap here from pre-market. You wait for the gap fill down here. You could take a stab at the trade right here when it already touches pretty much yesterday's, near yesterday's close, right? But we look for confirmation. So we had this clear downtrend here. So rather than just taking the trade, we waited for the break of this resistance trend line right here, broke up, and then we were able to make, 20, 30%. Quick one on that. But and now it's just chopping around sideways. We'll see if we break down here, right? See if we hold this level here, right? So we'll see what happens, kind of just running along the 50 MA there. And then I turn extended on. So I always use extended hours. Also, what do we have? Confluence with the 200 MA on the 5 minute, which is good. And yeah, that's it. So yeah, that's basically what we do.
What brokerage do you use?
I use either Tastyworks mostly. Tastyworks is like my day trading, I guess, brokerage. I use Robinhood too. I don't really like them, but to be honest, I'm pretty quick with it. I can watch it at all times, and it's the easiest thing to like post that people understand. So that's the only reason I use it a little bit. And then for my long-term portfolio, I use Chase. Now I just started with them actually, and Chase is cool because they give you instant buying power if you have it with your bank. So every week, every Monday, I do a deposit. And you get it right away because it's just, it's still on their platform still. Everything with Chase.
But you don't trade on margin?
No, I don't really trade stock that much. I mostly do options only.
Really?
Are you always in and out of the options on the same day, or do you hold them overnight?
We have like swing trades. Like I opened we opened a shop. Like this is the trade we took on shop yesterday at 24.50. For a 4:30, 12:50 call. And then now, let's see, how can I show you guys? So like, this is like a swing trade. I mean, let me just try to find another one, I guess. Well, here's a bunch that we just like trimmed, I guess, yesterday. So we opened a swing trade on April 1st for Square. Or no, sorry, this was a trim too. Sorry, hold on, let me find some stuff.
No, you're good. So does it,
these are all all the gains though. Like this is exactly what we open. We post the dates. We post exactly the strike. Let me see if I can find some trade.
Wait, but I have a question. So you're mostly trading options. Are you mostly buying calls? Are you like what are you doing on that? What kind of options?
Well, I mean, this is literally it. Like you can. This is all we're doing.
I know, but I can't see all of it. I'm 80. Like I gotta I just talk to me. Just give me a couple of things.
Yeah, we mostly do naked calls. We mostly do naked calls and puts for the most part. We'll do some spreads here and here and there. We'll do like butterflies. And
wait, hold on. On those calls, do you buy short-term duration, long-term duration?
Well, if it's a day trade, usually we're going to do weeklies, Friday expiration. And then if it's a swing, it depends what we're looking for in the chart. So for instance, like this shop one I took a 430, 1250 call. So why I did that was we're looking at this, consolidation here that I was just mentioning right after a big pop up. We know that we basically have a clear support right below here at 1130-ish, 1134, right? So we took the trade before yesterday's close at like 1155 or so, what the equity price was. And our target is 1250. So that's usually the strike I go with, 1250 being my target, which is right a little bit above the 58 DMA here. And how I trade personally is I like to be at my break-even price or above my strike price halfway to expiration. So now it's 6th, right? Or it was the 7th rather yesterday, right? So 23 days, I want to be at 1250 within 10 days.
Wow. This is awesome. So this is awesome. You have such a science to it, man. Like the way
everyone tries to use the Greeks and calculate stuff and I know how to use the Greeks as well. Like, of course you can look at IV and you can look at, your delta, obviously, theta on if you're playing weeklies, etc. But at the end of the day, it's just going to come down to what you paid for it and your break-even price. That's it. Once you're in the money, you know what the price is. Your intrinsic value is obviously just going to go up $1 every time the stock goes up $1. You're going to go up $100 with an option every time it goes up $1, right? So, it's just, I don't know. I like to simplify things. Everybody tries to complicate everything.
Yeah, no. Honestly, it's just different. It's a different science. It's like Dan Gilbert, the founder of Rocket Mortgage, Quicken Loans, and the owner of the Cavaliers. He always will say stuff like, "You're on FM and I'm on XM. You're on a different radio station, and how you're doing it is a different radio station than me. The way that I would do my call options, it's your way. I would love to sit in the room with you and just learn it. But the way I do it is I buy long-term calls. So I bought a bunch of SAVE, SAVE, when the stock was down a bunch. And I bought it for August, September. I don't do what you just did. And I was going to say to you, but you already answered it. I was going to say to you, how do you buy Shopify calls on a weekly unless there's some crazy catalyst like earnings? But you're not doing that. You're looking at the chart and looking at some delta differences and not you saying the Greeks. I'm just saying I use the word delta in the sense of the chain. You're looking for changes. Yeah. That's it. I did not mean for the Greeks. I use the word delta to sound smart sometimes for the word change.
Right now, we just broke this trend line. We have a clear break. You see the 20 EMA curling down, right? This will probably go down to 1200. So right now, this will go to probably 12, which is this previous high here, right? And right where the 50 is. So right now I'd take a 1210 put and I would just close it if it broke back above 1214. I have a super tight stop, right? If it goes back above into this trend line, right? Or above back into an uptrend. But right now probably will go down to somewhere around 1200 or so. And we're playing tomorrow's expiration. So this is, even if it just drops $8, not even 1%, this is going to be at least 40-50% trade.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. Got it. That's that's just, I don't trade like that. What were you going to say, Aaron? Were you saying something?
I had a question and then I saw it pop up in the chat too. And it was about kind of return percentages. I was curious if you had a specific return percentage that if you see it on a single trade that you're for sure going to if you see, oh, this swings up 50%, I'm going to get out of it now. Or if you still think, or if you just take that kind of case by case.
So if it's up, if I enter a swing trade, any trade I take pretty much, I always have multiple contracts for the most part. And that's because I like to trim. I don't like to take trades that much that I can only buy one contract of, which sometimes I have to, you know, if I'm playing like Amazon or Shop and I'm swinging it, you know, they could be expensive, like 5.
Yeah, because I wanted to lead into like this could be like a good like tangible example. Like, so a couple weeks ago we were talking about Bowen on here, and I was actually showing Raz how Bowen was like so far off of its pre-COVID levels, and I bought like a 2-week out Bowen call because it had been like hit a couple days, and I just thought it was trading too low. Yeah. Obviously, for these Bowen calls, since it was a little more expensive, it was like $1,000 for the call. I could only afford one. So I bought one, and then like the next day it was up 40%. I could have made $400 on it, sold the contract for $1,400, but I didn't because I was like, it's still going to keep going up for 2 weeks. And then the next day it was back to where it was before, and I lost that $400 I was up on it. And I was like, shoot, I should have just taken that 40%. But because I only had one contract, I couldn't trim it at all. So that's what you're saying.
Yeah. So that's like annoying to me, and I hate that. But a good rule of thumb, I guess, is like, 40-50% or so, especially if you're building your account, you only have like one contract. But me personally, what I was going to say is I don't care. I don't play the option. Again, I pick the option from the get-go, but all I'm doing is playing the chart. That's it. Like, what
does that mean when you say you're not playing the option?
So I don't look at the percent of the option. I don't look at anything. I don't care about it unless there's like a huge spike and in the stock randomly, you know, maybe there's news or a catalyst came out, then maybe I'll like trim because obviously I want to capture that IV, you know, on that big spike or whatever that news is. But besides that, I don't really look at the option. I literally will just set an alert, like Shop. I mean, of course I'll look at I'll look at my positions here and there, but like you can see I have alerts right here, 1242, 1250. Until it hits that, like that's my target to take profit. I don't have a reason. I have 23 days. I don't care like to do anything. I can raise my stop loss. You know, if we break back down below 1180, it's probably bad. I should close the trade. You know,
I just looked back on it and I was like, I wish I would have taken that 35-40% profit on that one Bowen call I had. And like you said, had I had 10 contracts, maybe I would have sold 3 or 4 of them and then kept some of them and then still had some profit. But now I have no profit on a trade where I made the right trade. I just didn't take the profits.
You know, you can do spreads. You know, you can buy a couple spreads to make it easier. That way you can like get cheaper contracts, I guess.
So that's what I'm curious to. How much money in your account do you need to start doing spreads like that?
Well, it depends what you're playing. You only need maybe $50, $100 to play some spreads on Boeing. You know, it depends on the stock because again, it depends how much it moves, right? And how much the options cost. If you're playing a stock like ACB, you know, right? These options are going to be relatively cheap. You know, they're only going to be like $50 to $100 each. If you're doing a spread, let's say you buy like a call that's like $100, you sell an out of the money call that's, I don't know, $40, right? You know, you're buying 100, selling 40, it's only going to cost you like $60 for that spread. You know, but you're playing at something like Amazon, you know, the contracts cost right off the bat. If you're playing naked calls, they're going to cost you what? They're going to cost a couple grand, right? But you can do a spread where it costs you maybe 500, 600, something like that. Even that's a little low now. Probably more so like 800 or like 1K. But it just
I just didn't know. I didn't know if you needed like the money in your account to exercise those options, like if you needed to.
No. We just use like everybody that starts with us. Like we don't even use margin accounts really. Mostly we just use cash accounts because most of the guys, you know, a lot of people who get into trading, they don't have 25K. So if you have a cash account with Tastyworks, you can do unlimited day trades. You don't have to worry about PDT as long as you don't go over your starting buying power, right? So we tell everybody, you know, if you start with 2K, you know, that's a good number to start with if you're just getting into it, at least for options, right? Because you want to be able to play signals or plays that are like $200 or so, at least.
Yeah. No, I mean, I was curious about that because, like, say I wanted to start selling puts on a company like Southwest is at like $60 right now. I'd be fine with like buying Southwest at $50. If I wanted to sell some naked puts on it, you're saying I could do that in a cash account with just like a few $1,000s?
You can't sell any.
Okay, so it's different than what you're talking about. Got it.
You can't sell anything on a cash account. Yeah, you can only do naked calls and puts. You can if you have the cash, I guess, to cover it. Yeah, but
you would need 100 times.
I'm thinking I'm thinking like you don't have a big account, you know, if you're, you know, looking for like cheaper stuff or spreads, different things. Your best option is to just play stocks that are like cheaper, you know, under $100. you can get a lot of good plays from like Starbucks, Apple's good. Around anything like around like $100 is good for that account size. AMD is like that's my favorite stock to trade.
AMD is?
Yeah, AMD. Well, I'm lying. Obviously, Shopify is my favorite, but
But you're saying just to trade, like you like it, like you'll trade it on both sides of it. You're not saying it's not your favorite stock to like buy and hold.
I don't even buy and hold anything. I just started a long-term account. I just started it like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
What's in it?
I have here, Chase buys. This is what I have. I have ACB, CC. Oh, I can show you here. This is what I bought.
It's AMD. I saw CC or not AMD. Sorry.
So
AMD.
I just bought 100 shares. So what I do is I just put 5K in my account every Monday. That's what I do, and I just buy whatever I want to add to my portfolio. So right now I have ACB, CCIV, CLDR, NNOX, SDC.
You should start putting 5,000 into Raz's account every Monday, and he'll get you better returns.
Well, no, I want to do something.
Oh no, that's
no. What was that?
What was that?
What was that, dude?
The audio, it's static. It sounds like you're calling through a 1860s telephone.
Right now.
Yeah.
Is it better?
No.
Hello.
Yeah, we can kind of hear you.
Better?
Oh yeah, that's a million times better.
All right, I switched mics. So 2 things. I this is different than how I trade and how I invest. So what I would love to do is like on Monday, give us a couple things, maybe log into my account. I don't know how to put on these kind of trades. I just don't know how to do it. It's
the login, brother. Come on.
I will give you my login. I'll give you my login. I 100% will, but it's on E-Trade. So I'll give you my login and you do it. Let's have I'll accept you'll just tell me what I could potentially lose and make, and let's do it. Because
give me the risk parameters for you.
I will. Well, no, tell me what you kind of need. The count has 7 digits in it, so I don't want to lose that. That I'm gonna give you.
Yeah.
But the thing that what I was gonna say is, like when I trade options such short term, if the one thing goes wrong, the option loses value so much. So I don't know. You have him do it, and what?
Yeah, my favorite thing, honestly, my the way I personally like to trade too, and not everybody can do this. Whatever I put in is like at the end of the day, I'm gonna use a stop loss most likely, but I don't care if I lost that whole amount. Like that's how I trade without emotion.
All right.
So that's why like we recommend in our group, you don't risk more than 2 to 3% per trade of your account.
Okay.
And that's if you're like for an options account. So
Brett, we need to get you back on for a more like in-depth explanation of these spreads and stuff, because I'm still a little lost. I want to learn from you, and I know other people in Zinger Nation want to as well.
Simba stocks is the thing. Simba stocks.
Yeah, we have we just came out with courses actually. They're pretty cool. We just came out with them finally. We have like a long-term one that we just came out with. This thing's insane. Like this goes through.
Wait, hold on. Spencer's calling me.
Answer it. Speaker.
Hey, Spencer.
Hey, how we doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Sorry, I was having a conversation while the phone was dialing, and then I stopped having the conversation when you answered the phone.
Oh, well, you're live on Zinger Nation right now. Say hi to Zinger Nation.
No, I'm not. Dude, not today. Don't fuck with me today.
No, you are. All right, fine. Here.
All right, that was the weirdest thing ever. All right, Brett, Monday, I'm going to ping you. We're going to do some stuff, and we're going to do some trades and keep it going. Congrats on launching your courses, etc. And let's do something live on Monday. Sound good?
I'm with it.
All right, I love it. Thank you for coming on today, man.
No problem, boss.
All right, buddy. Catch you later. See you in Aventura. All right, peace.
Later.
Bye. All right, guys. Brett was awesome. I loved it. I love learning stuff. Like I was hearing about stuff that I'm not expert in. Like that's what I like. I love to do it. I think I'm going to give him access to my account. He's not asking for it, but I just, it's not like I'm not expecting that it's going to 100% be a win, because if that was the case, he would be a billionaire, because then he would just, every time he'd win. So I get it. It's not a perfect science, but I'm going to do some of it, and we'll maybe risk 5, 10,000, 15,000. And by the way, Zinger Nation, someone said up there, my boy Solar said, we're a family. I agree. So let's do it. Let's do that Zinger Nation thing next week, and I'll give someone else access to my account. I just got to be careful, because what if one of you guys are just total whatever, like scammers, and just pull out $300,000? That'd be bad. That'd be really bad. I would have to go to court and all that stuff.
I threw Simba Stock's link in the comments.
Whoa, why are you so loud?
Was I loud there? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. What Spencer want that you couldn't stay online with Spencer?
Well, first, right now he wants us to wrap up because we've got crypto starting up, and it's not. He said it's not fair to Catherine if we keep all the viewers here. So we should, wrap it up and get over to Benzinga Crypto.
I don't see Catherine. She's not here.
Oh, who's on there?
I don't see her in the thing, man.
No, it's a different show. It's a different. It's set up on a different stream.
Oh well, I wanted to go over the kindness mentality at Benzinga, and about myself. I was ready to go, because I don't get enough time to just talk, because there's so many guests sometimes, and not enough. But Aaron, you got to start getting on you got to get more and bigger guests. All right, Aaron, how about I'll end it by like 2:07 then, but I got to talk to the crew. Okay.
All right, 2:07, and then we got crypto.
Okay. All right. Well, you can put the link in here. Put the link in on YouTube. If is crypto live now?
I believe so. Yeah. Let me get the link.
Yeah. See, they started it too early. They should have started at 2:05. Why does Raz constantly bash AB? It really gets annoying. Oh my God. Like I literally, okay, I was gonna put this on there. I literally can't even deal. So, oh my God. I don't know.
I can probably explain it, but he's hard on me because it's a good relationship. He thinks I have potential, but he's right that some of my mistakes are out of carelessness and I need to be better. So I'm trying to be better, and it's a good thing.
You guys don't even know. So if I didn't give Aaron Bree feedback, and just let him do these things and not be prepared or not know something and whatever, it's going to hurt him later in life. It's going to hurt him in what he does next. You guys don't get it. Like if I don't give him the feedback and I don't have radical candor, I'm not helping him. I'm hurting him. It's like, you ever hear the thing, like when someone's not working out at your company, you're supposed to let them go because it'll help them go to their next place. It's the exact same thing. There is Internet Enforcers is going to help you, AB, by the way. And get yourself, what do you say, in picture on mute. Okay, I don't know what that guy Solar said, but sorry, I'm hurting him. And so my mentor, one of my mentors, I have fast twitch. Oh my God, I don't know what this guy does for a living. So one of my advisors, mentors, well, you guys know Kevin O'Leary, I'm pretty close with, but Dan Gilbert. You can Google him. I know you said you didn't like what he said about LeBron James and all that, but Google Dan Gilbert. Take a look. Rocket Mortgage, Quicken Loans. He started from his back of his car, right, in his trunk. Okay, the guy basically just revived Detroit by himself, literally. And now StockX, we just announced a $3.5 billion fundraise. The valuation, we're going to go public at the end of this year. When I say we, I'm an investor in StockX. Dan Gilbert's one of my closest mentors, and what have you. He would write to me the crazy, like the things that were so tough on me. Like I would write a text and it would be like, okay, I'm Dan, I'm on a podcast today. I'm on this podcast, whatever. And then like 10 minutes later, I'd write, or maybe 20 minutes later, I'd write another text and say, on that podcast, and he's like, Jason, what the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Why you work so hard all your life, Jason? Why are you going to sacrifice your entire reputation because you can't write a clear and concise text, and I have no idea what you're saying. I have no idea. You're on XM, I'm on FM, you're in another world because you don't write clear and concise. So basically, he ripped the crap out of me. I'm 1,000, I'm not even 1/10,000 of him. Ripped the crap out of me. But it was in good, his heart was in the right place. It was that I wasn't being totally clear, because 20 minutes later, I texted him about something that I texted a half an hour ago, but he may have gotten 10 other texts. He did. So instead of using pronouns, so at Benzinga, we don't do pronouns. We, instead of saying it, that, this, we say the actual thing. What is that noise?
Me? I think someone, like a truck just drove by my. Can you hear that?
Cow. So instead of saying like it, that, we say what the thing is every time. I learned that from Dan Gilbert. Dan Gilbert gave me tough love. And if my mom would read the text, she's like, you can't talk to this guy. But his heart was in it. And then he likes me. He likes me a lot. And he's, it's not always a tough love. I don't necessarily give Aaron like that. I don't come close to it. But what I learned was, if Dan would just say, hey, it wouldn't hit me. You got to give people feedback, and you got to make it like, guys, you may disagree with me. Dan has built a company from 0 employees to 13, 15,000. Rocket Mortgage is the #1 lender in the world. I mean, that's you don't just do that by having an idea. You do it by having a culture. You do it by radical candor. You do it by always finding a better way. You do it by thinking different. You do it by that. And if you don't want feedback, and then the other thing on feedback, oh my God, do you guys know who Luke Jacobi is? Luke Jacobi started at Benzinga, and within 3 years, like the first couple of years, people wanted to fire Luke. I got in a big fight with a guy at our company. It used to be here. He wanted to let go of Luke. And he's like, nope, Luke is this. Luke was always asking for feedback, always asking for mentorship. And when I wasn't giving Luke feedback, he was like complaining about that. Luke, you guys, feedback. And so guys, people at Benzinga, high up at Benzinga wanted me to fire Luke. Okay. I was telling you this. Okay. And this is public. Luke knows this. And so the people that covet feedback are the people that rise to the top. You should think of feedback as digital gold. If I'm willing to give someone feedback, my feedback could be wrong, by the way, but you should say, oh my God, thank you. How do you think you would have handled it differently? Because it's free. You don't have to pay for feedback. It's free. Oh my God. Even if it's feedback, like saying, hey, you need to do this better. Thank you. That helps you. Dan Gilbert hitting me hard with that feedback. Dan gets messages from thousands of people. What is he? The 16th person on the Forbes World 400. He's worth $60 billion. He gets messages from thousands of people every day. He doesn't get back to 10 of them, okay? One of the persons he does get back to is me. But one of the reasons I'm saying that is because he doesn't have to give me that feedback, that harsh feedback. But the harsh feedback is what made me better. Benzinga would not be where it is today without Dan Gilbert giving me that feedback about my lack of clarity in communications. It wouldn't be there. And I actually believe that I hurt people at our company sometimes because I'm afraid to give them some feedback. I'm afraid because most people don't want to hear the feedback. They don't necessarily want to improve. I had one guy at Benzinga many years ago. He was definitely good at our company. When he started, the word together, he spelled as 2 words, T-O space together. The word meantime, in the meantime, he would spell as 2 words. Stuff that was even more blatant than that. I can't even think of it right now. The word tongue, he would spell as 2 words, T-O-N-G-U, whatever. That's an exaggeration. But I gave him the feedback, and he appreciated it. Then I stopped giving the feedback after like month 3 because I was like, maybe I'm giving too much feedback. This is embarrassing. I'm not going to give out, the feedback. He came to me like month 3 and said, Jason, I haven't got any feedback from you about my spelling or any of this stuff. I'm like, yeah, I didn't want to hurt your feelings. It's like, dude, that's the only way I get better. Even if for the feedback, whatever, give me feedback whenever you think anything. And so then he started putting on me like, give me stuff. And this is what we're talking about. Everyone is so narcissistic. They can't take feedback and they get so defensive. And Aaron Bree is actually an awesome dude. An awesome dude. When he tweeted to me, DM'd me, he's an awesome dude. Aaron Bree has so many intangibles. I will tell you this right now, guys. I will tell you this right now. Aaron Bree has all the makings for a Luke Jacobi. He could be like a Luke Jacobi. Luke Jacobi does very well at Benzinga. Will make millions of dollars at Benzinga. No question about it. Luke started as an unpaid intern. Aaron Bree has that potential. But what will stop Aaron Bree is if he's not asking for feedback and doesn't try to improve. And I want to see Aaron Bree do amazing here. Aaron Bree has some stuff in his background, like in his life, that, he had some hardships. Can I say it or no, Aaron?
Yeah. We're open. We're a family.
So Aaron, his family went through, and still going through some difficult times. Aaron's dad died when Aaron was young. That's very tough, and Aaron, when I heard that, like, I have a big heart for that, because I was on a trip with our family, basically my second dad, and he died when I was 12 years old, and he was 49, or I was 13 years old. And it was right in front of me, everything. So when in health class in middle school, I couldn't take health class because they talked about heart attacks. And I said a symptom of a heart attack was, he said he had something, felt like it was in his whatever. And I started crying hysterically, and I never took health class in middle school. That's why I never knew what to do, I guess. But anyway, I have a bit like, I feel for Aaron in that thing. It's like a mentor, a guy, someone that's so important in your life. And so I want to see Aaron do so well here. I want to see him exceed and be so successful. If I stop talking to Aaron, he may do well somewhere else. I'm spending time to get him to raise the bar 10 times more. And so is Luke Jacobi, and so is Spencer Israel. They're all trying to mentor Aaron because we see so much potential in him. Even when he didn't see it in himself. He wasn't working before Benzinga for 6 months. He didn't necessarily see it in himself. And so that's what I'm here for. And I'm good. If I'm not truthful to Aaron, all I'm doing is hurting him. And yes, I believe in the cheeseburger. I'm not reading the comments right now, guys. So you guys, if you're right, I don't see them. But on the cheeseburger thing, I do agree with, say something good, give the middle thing where you can give feedback to get better, and then the end thing, say another thing. Yes, when we're on a live show, you can't do that. Okay, so that's it. I have a lot more to say about building a company, core values, about Benzinga's business. Me and Luke are going to do Benzinga Business Show weekly. I don't know what day you guys want it. We're going to put it in the Google Doc tomorrow. We're going to talk about the Benzinga business. There's a lot of stuff happening in our space right now. A lot of mergers, buyouts. We were offered yesterday to merge with another company to go public in a SPAC for $1.2 billion. That's not what our valuation would be. That would be in the scheme of things. But this morning I had a revelation on the show about Zinger Nation, about how we're all one. I gave out Spencer's number, my number. Everyone gave out their phone numbers because we all build together. We're all at Benzinga. You may not have a Slack account yet. We need to get you one. We're only going to get on Comcast or Fubo TV or Pluto if you guys are working here too. Let's all build together. We'll get your names and faces on our sites. We have an FDA calendar page. If you follow the FDA stuff, you go to Biopharm Catalyst, take over our FDA page. We spent the last 2 months building it. We have incredible data people. We want to make that FDA page a community. So you can go to that page and read comments about other FDA stocks. We want to be that place to be the best FDA calendar in the world. But it's really hard for me and Aaron to go do that, or Luke, or what have you, because we have other parts of the business. So what I'm asking of you guys, if you're a guy in the FDA or investing in biotech stocks and you go to these sites to get biotech trades, email me at powerhour@benzinga.com. Become the managing director of that page. Your face will be on there. You'll control what content's shown. You can bring a team of 10 board of advisors. Let's build that to be the best thing. Let's build it to be your home. Let's get you a part of the advisor. Let's get shares in Benzinga. I don't know. But I'm trying to invent a company in a new way. I'm trying to remit a company and where everyone can succeed. And we want to do this with Zinger Nation is my revelation this morning. I know I always said we're Zinger Nation, but I want it to be really something that we're really one. Me giving out my phone number, I'm giving out my phone number because we all work together here, guys. This is my number. I have no issue. That's my number. Yeah, you got it. That's it. So that's my story. We have a crypto show. I said 207, and I don't know how to read these comments now, but if you ask questions how you can be an employee or how you can be an intern, it's probably not the right place for you in the sense of, yes, I would love for you guys to, but all you got to do is show us something, do something, have a Twitter account, show us how your tweets are good. Our Benzinga Twitter account has 160,000 followers, 150,000. I have no idea. Our Twitter stream, guys, on a 1 to 10 is a 2 out of 10. Okay. I don't even look at our Twitter stream right now because I want pithy. I know what I want in the stream. I know what would make me read it, and I know what would get shared, and I know how it can grow to 1 million. But the person who controls it needs to be someone that like has interesting facts to share, like interesting things that would make you say, or go home and share it with someone else. Like pithy comments, inspirational comments. Like, so there's a lot of different things at Benzinga that there's holes, and you guys can go to our site and see that. So when you say, how do you want to be an intern or an employee or a team member or an ambassador, go to our site. Our FDA has no leader. Our analyst ratings page. I mean, there's holes where we need someone to literally be the CEO of that business. That FDA page is a $0 business right now. I'm telling you, if the right person or the right team, the right 10 of the Zinger Nation operate it, that business goes from a 0 to a 7-digit business in year 1. And there'll be money, and we'll do a check at the end of the year to people as a thank you, whatever. I don't know. But I'm trying to reinvent the company. And I am telling you right now, guys, I want live investment. We have all these CEOs want to come in and present. I want to do 24 hours straight of public companies coming live on here. The reason we're not, I turned down an interview today with a big company, a big public company. I don't want to say it because I don't want you guys to buy the stock. I think they're coming on. I don't trade it, whatever. I'm not saying it right now. But we don't get to a lot of this because we don't have the people, necessarily people that are passionate to take on some of these things. We need your help. Spencer Israel needs your help. We all need your help. Mitch Hott, we need your help. That's it. It's Zinger Nation. So it's gonna get a lot more transparent than it's already been on Benzinga, and which is gonna make some people that are here really upset with me. And I understand that. So I'm just saying there's other options. I don't know why they get upset with me. I'm doing what I've learned. I don't have all the answers. I don't. I ask for advice all the time. Hence why the FDA calendar page, I know I won't do amazing with it. We need a team to take it over. That's it. That's what I'm asking. If you're interested in taking it over, email us at powerhour@benzinga.com or DM me at Jason Raznick and send a direct message. Your friend Aaron Bree did, and now he's here and he's getting paid. But Aaron Bree can make well into the 6 digits if he continues to ask questions and get better and become more responsible. Know when a guest's coming on, if it's a REIT, what the symbol is. A SPAC. Yesterday the guy is a SPAC, and Aaron's like, "Hey, Brian, have you ever heard of SPACs?" And that's kind of a true story. So that's the story. I would love for someone to take our YouTube and make it 10x better. Just graphics, like me and Luke's intro. I want a lot more of those kind of little cool little 3-second videos. I want 50 of those right now. I want those right now because it makes us look more professional. Someone said in the chat that maybe, dress nicer. Someone said in the chat, don't dress nicer. Be yourself, Jason. I'm thinking if I get down like 25 pounds, I'm thinking I start wearing suits. Because you know what? I'm going to do whatever it takes, guys, to fight for Zinger Nation. I'm going to cry. I'm going to sweat. I'm going to piss out blood. I don't know what it's going to be. But there was a time when I started Benzinga, and I'd wake up at 3 a.m. and didn't think I could go on with my life because I had so much anxiety because I didn't have the money to pay for the bills to start Benzinga. I had a 3-month-old at home. I went to Ross School of Business undergrad, could have went to Goldman, and I turned it down. And I was at home building Benzinga with no money. My skin you could see just this goosebumps just came on because this is true times. I have videos of me waking up at 3 a.m. going didn't know what I was going to do because I thought with all my anxiety I had that if I just ended my life, then my family wouldn't have to worry about me. I'm not joking. These are thoughts that went in my head. Because my heart was beating so hard and the anxiety and the anxiousness that I had was so tremendous. And I'm not looking for people to say, "Oh, poor you, Jason." I'll get more into that, and I'll get more into that. But I had to do this to survive. I was living in my car, and I'll get more into that later. But what my mission this morning was in that chat with Zinger Nation is I'm on a new mission. I want us all to get together and build the best, awesomest company that we all can benefit from in some way, somehow. So, yes, I have a vision for certain things like the FDA page. It shouldn't just be a calendar that doesn't. Yeah, it's cool. You need that, but make a community there. So people who are FDA biotech investors can see what's hot this week. Make a forum that you can talk about things. Have video. So we had a biotech guy on, but none of the FDA calendar people know about it. That needs to be a community. That needs to be a business. Who's going to run our freaking FDA page? Who's going to run our earnings stuff? Earnings Whispers does that cool little calendar of future dates, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. We built that, and then we didn't do anything with it. Who's going to take over that? Who wants to? Or you can just continue to trade. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you for my thing. Go check out Kathy Wood. And now I'm going to go cry in private because like I was very
Well, before you
emotional.
go, I just want to say I appreciate you being open, not only with me, but with all of Zinger Nation. And it really means a lot to me that you're able to be open like that. And I'm here for the long haul. I'm here for y'all, Zinger Nation. I'm here for, I'm here to grow, and I want to be like Raz is saying, I want to live up to my potential. I don't want to look back in 10 years and say, oh, I could have done this and I could have done that. So, I know you guys might only see Raz being hard on me, but just know we're working behind the scenes to make some big things happen.
Yeah. And Aaron, you're a nice person, and you're a nice person, and you're good-hearted. And, I have a friend, I have a friend that played basketball growing up. He got a full ride offer to Wisconsin and Michigan. He didn't take it for reasons like, oh, he didn't want to live that life. He probably could have played in the NBA, and he didn't take it. I think the worst thing in society is to not utilize what you can, not utilize what God or whatever has given you to the fullest potential, or even more than that. And so my mission in life is not just to mentor people, but to give people an opportunity that they weren't given. I wanted a job at a hedge fund, Bob Chapman and Bill Ackman. I did get into them. We'll talk about that later. And I wanted those jobs, but it was hard for me to get an opportunity. So I'm here to give anyone an opportunity. I'm here. Anyone wants an opportunity? If you want to, and your guys are sending me a resume doesn't help that much. I got to see what you can do. And if you want it and you're hungry and you're passionate and you're going to work like Luke, work like hell, you're going to make great money here. And not just that, you're going to build something that's everlasting and here for the long haul. That's my take, Aaron. And I in no way can step in your shoes about, your dad passing away. There's no way I can't be there to do that. And, one of the reasons I talked to you the first time and then I didn't hear from you for a little bit, I was like sad because your story hit me, and I want to see you excel. I don't want to see you just get by with the lowest common denominator. I want to see a new step in your shoes come tomorrow where you have a new energy. Like, I'm not going to just do the bare minimum and put the names of the people underneath, or like accidentally you left me as the chairman of that company for 20 minutes, like 5 minutes. And he was watching, by the way.
I saw that.
Yeah, but you didn't fix that. And so I'm not sure why didn't you fix that, by the way?
No, I was saying once I was fixing it, I saw that he was still watching. I didn't see for a second that I still had it on there. But all right, I want to make sure that we still get some viewers to crypto. We'll do more open chats like this to bring y'all behind the veil of Zinger Nation.
Yep. We need project managers. Do it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Love you, Aaron. Sorry, Kathy.
Love you too. Bye-bye.